All the good girls you take out for dinner, but all the bad girls you take out for liquor. All the good girls, they don't pull the trigger, but all the bad girls, they pull it much quicker. It's never too late to get down and party, switching from good to bad, cause you're not a feeling inside, oh inside your body. Let it come out with shots of Bacardi. Just let your body go. We'll take it nice and slow. Just let your mind be free and come in close. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they act like beginners. All the bad girls, they know that they're sinners. All the good girls are really good kissers. All the bad girls are really good strippers. Baby, don't slow it down, let's keep going. I think that you and I should lose clothing. I think that all the girls just need coaching. So let me show you how, let's get on it. Just let your body go. We'll take it nice and slow. Just let your mind be free and come in close. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they but the bad girls, they oh, the good girls, they but the bad girls, they
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have.
I could feel the butterflies multiply every time I meet your eyes. Amplify deep inside once I feel your skin on mine. Though I try, I can't hide all the ways I feel inside. You're everything I want in life.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah.
Off me, hot like wasabi, hot like some coffee. We drink like a hobby, like to get sloppy. We ain't never stopping.
Yeah. I just wanna drink with this girl all day. I don't wanna think, I just want to play. Keep me underneath the sheets while we sleep all day. I just wanna feed everything I crave.
I recall the first day that I met you. How could I forget you? No, I don't regret you. Hope I don't upset you. I miss laying in bed too. Your head up on my chest. You were never second best, boo.
Sipping on some liquor, we remember all the good times. Live a little quicker, thinking bigger, wish we could climb. Look up in the mirror, seeing clear for our first time. Just a couple sinners, man, I wish I could reverse time.
Yeah, we fake it till we make it, or we break it off and hate it. Getting faded, getting naked, every time I feel impatient. And sometimes I can't escape it, I just wanna feel you shaping. Like my dreams, I can't sit back, I have to chase them.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have.
Are you ready, kids?
No.
Okay. Fuck it, let's do it.
Hey everybody! So we got a juicy story for you. Did you start following us when we talked about, I don't know, Blizzard? You know, asking, don't you have phones? Or maybe when Bethesda fucked up on Fallout 76. These two hot subjects that actually make us popular in the first freaking place. Well, I got news for you guys. This episode, we're talking about both of them. Roll credits.
Like J. Cole, it's my first time. Goddamn, man, she's so fine. She got a body and a sharp mind. Not a nine, she a straight dime. Short skirt and some high socks. She finished up.
That's an awesome intro.
It really is.
Yeah.
That was a good job.
The guy that came up with it's pretty sharp sometimes.
Nah.
Who came up with that one?
The fact that he got offended and actually thought about it, and he was like, "This." He literally had that moment of, "This fucker serious?"
All right. You gonna take us out? Take us in?
I was like, "Shit, we just got here. Are we leaving already?"
Yeah, bye.
Oh,
We're going swimming.
bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Well, if that's the case, I'm taking the monster.
No, I need it.
Get your black
You're
ass
not,
out of here.
you're not that much of a Kyle. Down. Yeah, okay,
I
you're
do have a small piece of drywall for Kyle in case he needs to express himself later. I'll
right.
go get it at some point during the show. Anyway, so basically,
Man, we've got a lot.
he's
of
Kyle the Irishman Morrow,
Alex Fatman Gregory.
James Papa Fozzie Leach, and
we
he's
just
not paying
stole
attention.
your intro.
Anyway, let's go to the live chat. What's up, everyone? People.
Yeah.
It's us peoples.
It's us people.
It's literally just me right now.
He's just sitting
Where's
there.
everyone at?
Because we
It's
usually
Sunday.
go on
We have them used to being here on Fridays.
Fridays, and then
Yeah.
we're here on Sunday. It's all Todd's fault.
Damn it,
people
Todd.
named Todd are
Or
assholes.
Ted, excuse me, it was Ted.
Ted,
I
yeah,
used Ted on the tweet.
Do I need to turn the AC off? Is it bothering anybody?
Nah, we need some form of oxygen in this place.
I know, it gets so stuffy.
It really does.
It's so well
and it's gonna
insulated
get
in here.
worse too.
Especially
That's the messed up
Especially
part.
y'all two stanky ass bastards.
Hey, I just took a shower, literally.
I do sweat awesomeness.
Oh yeah.
And awesomeness can be an offensive smell to people who aren't awesome.
No.
All right, so let's actually do the proper intro because I've got a wee bit more practice than.
If you're new to the show and you're wearing headphones, do this.
Please go like this.
Or
Ha-
this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle the Irishman Morrow, and welcome to JNK Live.
Yay!
On audio,
Alex Fatman Gregory.
on video.
James Papa Fuzzy Leach.
He's been feeling himself since yesterday because he actually passed.
I passed my physical fitness test.
So now
For
he
the
gets
police
to go
academy.
to the police academy and make funny helicopter noises in a mic. And together we are JAK, and we're so glad that you guys are, well, hopefully we'll be here with us soon.
got a couple.
But if you're watching on the playback, what's up, guys? Appreciate. Comment down below. Let us know that you're watching the playback because we definitely love to hear about it.
We got a few people in chat. It ain't looking too bad.
Oh, okay.
We
Well,
got at least
your
one saying
brother.
something. Well, no, we got 4 people in chat altogether. So
Go to-
hey,
go
Yeah,
to
me,
chat.
you, and your brother. Oh, go to chat. Let me
there's
go.
one more. Who's our extra? Whoever is out there, hello.
go pull up chat. Be
I hate
back
how it
shortly.
I hate how it refreshes every time I click to it.
Yeah, we got to fix that. There's a glitch somewhere. We got to
I
find
don't think
it.
there is a fix.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Hmm.
Anyway, we got lots and 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 lots.
Oh, fun.
The wonderful thing about tickers is
I'm
I'm the only one.
And luckily, no YouTube screwing up today.
Yeah.
That's right. We actually have
Okay.
pretty
Well,
decent
hold on.
stream
Hold
health
on.
right
You
now.
had a theory about this.
There is a theory I spotted online that said one of the big theories as to why, because it wasn't just YouTube that crashed last Sunday.
Right.
Apparently, people were even having problems using their Google to log in on different like external
So
accounts.
anything on that
and
Google
the email.
platform.
A lot of Google screwed up, and a lot of people are theorizing that they were trying to boot up Stadia. Stevia?
Stevia?
Stadia.
Stevia? It's like sugar, but not as good.
They were trying to boot up that, and that's what crashed everything.
Huh.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, dude. If I find out that's what happened,
You know
that's
what's really funny is
brilliant.
that I think it was this morning or yesterday they announced how much everything was going to be. They had talked about their
Well-
test runs,
Yeah.
and they
Well, here's the thing, though. They went partially live with it today
yeah,
for E3
Okay.
and all, and it just happened. Everything crashed exactly 1 week before this.
So you think they were doing a test run?
yeah, for
I think
E3.
they were a week ahead of doing it on the nose, like a week, and was like, let's try to boot it up now. And then, fix it.
So they ran around scrambling all over the place, and they're in hot water right now too. We're also going to talk about that
Tell
today.
me that's not a good theory, though.
Mm. Or it could be
But
another
that's
one.
just a theory, a tech theory.
No,
Wait, can I
please,
say that
no,
on here?
no.
Please don't sue me.
Yeah, I know.
Or do sue me. I don't give a shit. You're not getting anything.
I ain't got nothing for you to take, so
Here, you can have my knife. Actually, not this one.
I
Check it out. I found this for $10 at a pawn shop. It is a Gerber multi-tool, one of the old school ones.
Oh, really? Does it
Gerber,
come with a
yeah.
college fund? And what does it taste like?
No, this is the one that's like $80.
I'm glad you got that.
Yes, I got that.
This is the one that's like $80.
And yes, the Ward's Cup is back on the table again.
Well, I've brought this. Boost me up because
I have
I'm
a
a Kyle.
mysterious-
He wasn't feeling much Kyle before the show. Now he's got his monster and he feels more Kyle.
I
feel more
I've
Kyle.
got some drywall.
that would help.
Wait, one of your kids
Red
has a
Solo Cup.
scooter.
So you're going to steal the scooter and put some light drywall?
Hell yeah. Sounds like a good time to me.
Sounds like what a Kyle is.
This is
The
one
best thing about being a Kyle is I'm the only one.
Out of millions.
out of millions. Yeah.
Only one in this group.
All right, so
Not all Kyle's back that way.
let's start. What story do you guys want to
Oh,
start
dear
with?
God.
You know what? I think we ought to hit on
Let's
something
talk about that.
because
Here.
I haven't seen anything on
Let me
it.
read it.
Which one?
Why would you want to read it now? Like-
I'm the one that posted it, but I'm talking about let me use it for a
Oh,
source.
hashtag Andrew, you're gonna be sad because this is your
This is right up Andrew's alley.
Well, hold
Yeah.
on. What?
and no, we're not being insulting on that. I mean, this is factual. Yeah, he's like our only one making comments. We got 5 people, but
Yep. Okay, so this is the
Freaking Booger
story.
Kyle once
I'm
a
using this as reference. The last Titanic has
You better quote who you reading from before you even
Oh yeah,
start.
this is from
What the hell?
Times of Malta.
Sorry, guys.
Whoever the hell they are.
All right.
The last Titanic survivor dies in her sleep. The last survivor of the 1912 sinking of the Titanic, Melvina Dane, died in a nursing home in England at the age of 97.
So wait. She went through all this problems, right?
Yeah.
Going through the Titanic
Yep.
to come to America and turned around and went back to England.
Pretty much.
yep, she might have seen it as a sign of
Her
okay, I
father-
should not
Maybe-
go over there.
Maybe
Well,
it
she
was a sign from
she
God.
was a baby. She was a baby when it happened.
Oh, okay.
They wrapped her up in a
So she-
blanket and lowered her down to one of the life
So
rafts.
she probably
But-
was like, I want to go see my homeland kind of thing, and decided to stay.
Well,
Wait, how old is this article?
June 2009.
Yeah,
What?
I think you're a little behind on your news, dude.
Well, it is. It's
You got to start reading labels, my bro.
hell. It popped up on where did I see it at? Hell, it was like right there.
He's
in my-
watching old YouTube videos, and he's like, "That happened."
That's not a YouTube video. That's an article.
I know. So he goes and looks
And
up
it
the
pops-
article and
well,
doesn't
it
look at
pops
any
up-
dates.
It pops up in my news feed. All the new shit comes through the news feed, right?
Watch, I'm gonna make the mistake next.
You're
and
gonna
do the
do it now.
exact same thing. Now that I've picked on him about
I'm
it,
gonna have to start fact checking both of y'all better.
I can't believe you just
Dear
did that.
God.
It's 10 years old article, and we're sitting there reading it like it's brand.
You know what's bad?
spanking
I think
new.
he picked it up just off the 97 years old and the fact the Titanic sank in 1912.
Yeah.
So she'd be 100.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean,
100 and
That's not impossible.
7.
I don't know much about the Titanic. I just know
Wait a
Rose's
minute.
fat ass should have moved over.
I remember that in the news.
Yeah,
Really?
I do now. Now that we're talking about it,
know. I live under a rock. All I do is work.
we've noticed.
All I do is work and
You're
come
reading
home.
a 10-year-old article. Oh my God, my
It was
head
in the
hurts.
news feed with all the news shit.
Well,
Don't
It
worry
was at
about
the
being
same
late,
time.
Skylar. He was about
10 years.
6 years
It
late on
was-
the article.
no, it was 10 years old because it's 2019, bro.
Oh well.
Anyway, so Microsoft has decided to expand their marketing. And I've got to admit, this is kind of a strange one for me.
Hey, even Heather's here. Nice.
What's up, ladies?
Hey, honey.
So Xbox has decided to create a body wash.
Well, you know
Oh, yeah.
why, don't you? It's to
Did you
clean
check the date on that article though?
Yeah.
Yes, that actually
Just-
was new.
Okay, just
You know why?
June 7th, 2019, because I actually look at these things, James, before I go, hey, this might be interesting.
Yeah.
That's usually the
I'm actually
first
bad
thing I
about that.
look
well, you
at.
know the dates on those things are
Because
always
I
written
found
small
one
anyway.
not last week, but the week last episode before that.
Yeah.
I was looking at one. I was like, dude, that sounds like a badass story for us. And it took me a second. I was like, wait a minute, this happened in 2016. Never mind. And I tossed it aside. I never even sent it to you guys
I'm about to say something that our Xbox lovers are going to hate, but you know why they made an Xbox body wash?
because they can't make anything else.
No, it's so when you
Get
buy,
the
when you
funk off
break
yourself.
down and buy the Xbox and you start playing, you got to wash that Xbox funk off of you before you go into public.
Yeah. But
Keep
hey,
in mind, we may make fun of Xbox. Still better than cell phone players.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out
True.
there for you.
You don't have a cell phone? But no.
Thank you, Blizzard,
Xbox,
for that.
You know what's
meme.
good about Xbox right now? You can take the Gen 1 Xbox and turn it into a badass emulation machine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
Or there's enough
awesome.
room in the case to gut it and put it in.
You know, honestly, I don't have a
Yeah.
lot of problems with Xbox. Just the fact that they screwed me when I was younger. And that's honestly why I really can't stand Xbox
Did you
anymore.
ever get therapy for that?
Were you
screwing?
over 18?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, poor Kyle.
But I did learn how to drive before then, so I got lucky. No, so they apparently have decided to link up with a company known as, and a lot of women are going to correct me on this because I'm going to say it wrong, is Unilever?
Let me see it.
Unilever?
I don't know.
Unilever.
Yeah, Unilever. So apparently this company is very well famous and well known for doing celebrity perfumes such as J-Lo's, Britney Spears, Kim Kardashian, you can go down the freaking list. And they decided to get together and try to create a scent for Xbox so that way they can make a body spray, deodorant, and body or shower gel, I think is what they called
and
it.
Cheetos.
Now, this is mainly going to be focused at men, which I think is really interesting that they didn't try.
sexist.
Well, no, actually, I was really shocked that they didn't try to do something that would pertain to keep from that happening. But no, they actually decided to actually market this towards men. And I really expected unisex, but I think they probably looked at the market shares and were like, yeah, because unisex stuff never sells.
I'm
Have
just
you
saying-
noticed that?
I'm just
Very
saying,
rarely.
we already have Axe, and it's a
Yeah.
good one for guys. Why do Xbox?
Well, no, Axe, I believe, has a woman one. And I think they're trying to spread out into that market.
Hey, do
I
you
think
remember
they
the
had
old?
and
Do
tried.
you remember the old Axe commercials? How dirty boys get clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit wouldn't fly today, would it?
No.
You know which one I missed that they had for Axe? The ones with the menthol in them. Remember that, Kyle?
The menthol body wash.
Yep.
What does menthol do when
See-
it hits your more delicate bits?
See, for me,
Makes me squeal like a bitch.
I
All right,
did not know
so-
you could squeal that high.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. When me and Alex were living together, he ended up buying a new body wash. I forgot
loved it.
mine at my grandparents', I think, because I went to go stay with him for like 2 days,
yeah.
and I had to go back there anyway. And I was like, "Dude, do you mind if I borrowed your body wash?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." I
for
said,
it.
"Great." I went ahead and started taking a shower, and I got into the
No,
no
Can
bits.
I get this part? Can I get this part? All of a sudden, I'm sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden, from the bathroom, I hear, "Ah!" Oh, sorry about that.
That's why I covered up the mic as best I could.
I hear the most horrendous womanly scream where Kyle temporarily changed genders.
Did you identify as a woman in pain?
Dude, I ran out and couldn't find a towel. I was so mad, I ripped down his shower curtain and
I thought
went
you
into the
fell
hallway
down.
and started cussing him out because he didn't tell me it was menthol. But yeah, so apparently the scent, I can't really remember what they said it was going to be, but it was going to be something like lime mint meets trees.
Lime. I'm thinking more like Cheetos and Mountain Dew
Yeah.
Thank you.
and a little body funk.
That's
Yeah.
the first thing that crossed my mind.
Booty sweat, Mountain Dew, and Cheetos. There's your Xbox scent.
I mean, the thing is,
Not clean sweat either. Like, I've taken a shower today and I'm a little sweaty. I'm talking about sweat.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I haven't had a
week-long
bath
gaming
in a
rage,
week
yeah.
and I'm sweating.
like
You're fat man on the treadmill booty sweat.
I haven't seen water, not even in a bottle, unclean. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
I haven't seen water, not even in a bottle, in days.
Tree huggers.
Yeah. Now let me. Yeah, pull up chat. Would
Let
you
me go
mind?
chat.
LOL, tree huggers. Well, all right. Now this is the thing that really got
Burnt
me
circuit
was they
board
said
seated.
I think in the article, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on the scent, so please bear with me. But if I remember correctly in the article, it was something about lime, mint. They said trees, and I think they said like jasmine or something. I don't know. It was like a freaking weird combination. I'm trying to picture who the hell.
Sounds like
From
a
a
really weird tea.
Thank you. It sounded like a scent company. I'm trying to figure out what scent guy. I mean, this is the company that's making it. This is their job. This is what they make money off of. Who the hell was thought, you know what would be great? Skipping through the forest with a margarita. That's the first thing that crossed my mind. Like, who thought taking a lime, rubbing it on an oak tree and going, that's
There's
the good
people
shit.
that do that. I mean, that's not, but let me tell you something. Being someone who formerly was very much in love with margaritas, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Skipping naked through the woods with a margarita? Hell yeah.
But then you got the mint added onto it, and I don't remember what the other scent was, but I just remember it was just an odd combination.
Well, I mean,
And I'm
the beard oils have odd combinations too, like
But they work.
cedar and leather. Well, this might work. You
Well,
never
cedar
know.
and leather, those are rustic style smells. You expect those things to go together. This is like tropics meets cool breeze meets woods, and I think
That
meets
might
a
be
flower.
good. That might be good.
And I'm going,
That sounds good.
none of these things match each other at all in any way,
And
shape,
this
or
time
form.
next week, he's going to have the Xbox body wash.
Hell
I might
no.
try it.
Now, when PlayStation kicks some stuff out, maybe.
Retro
I
Pie
might
needs to
pick
make
up.
a body wash.
You know what I could just
Why?
say?
You want retro pie? Look, get out from underneath your basement and try new things.
I have
Just-
tried new things. I don't like them.
Apparently not.
You
You
know
haven't
what?
done it right, apparently.
You said you couldn't wait for PlayStation to kick
I
one out.
want. Where is PlayStation?
Watch
on
it be
this?
Doritos and Monster.
I can live with that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I really can't live with
They'll
that.
name it. They'll name
Red
it the
or blue?
Kyle.
Red bag or blue bag?
Red bag.
Red bag. No,
Blue all the way.
no. Blue goes good with hot dogs and burgers. Actually, I prefer them with burgers, to be honest with you. But as for red bag, they go great with burgers and hot dogs and chicken. It works. It's
Yeah.
just got this multi
NES
combo.
would smell amazing.
I was just thinking
Pull
Nintendo
up chat.
Switch.
I like that. Axe's PlayStation, Old Spice's Xbox.
Oh, but see, I like Old Spice's deodorant. I really do.
See, then you got the PC gamers.
But I also,
spring,
but I love the body spray of Axe, so I kind of mix a little bit with my stuff. I don't matchy. I've never really done that. So I find scents that I like, and I buy them separately. I don't buy like the packages or anything like that.
I use an Xbox controller on my PC games.
Yeah, he needs that body wash to wash his
That
hands.
explains why he only plays retro games. He can't play anything good.
I know, right?
I use it to play shit like what's the name of it? Unreal Tournament.
Unreal Tournament's pretty good.
Yeah, I use it to play that because the drivers for Xbox controllers is no kind of special shit you got to do to it. You just plug it in.
Yeah,
PC
dummified
smells like
it.
Skittles. Yeah, pretty much they dummified it.
I like Skittles.
Because I play through Steam, and getting a PlayStation controller to work right on Steam, for me anyway, was a pain in the ass. 'Cause I've tried both.
I'm just really curious. Now, keep in mind this is only going to sell in 2 countries at the moment. They are talking. There is rumors
Which
they
two?
will expand. New Zealand and Australia.
Wow.
Which is what really freaking confused me, because even in this article that I originally got this post from, which, by the way, it's all over the place, so pick one. They all have the same information. But they even pointed out that in America, there are 166 million gamers.
That's all?
Take about 40%. That's Xbox. The rest, you'll have like PlayStation, Nintendo, PC. You're gonna have a mixture array of people. That percentage doesn't add up at all because actually PlayStation sells more than Xbox. Or was it this year they sold more than PlayStation? Xbox. I can't remember who sold more than who, so the math may be backwards. I don't know,
but the Switch has already outsold both of them, so boom.
But anyway, the point is that the point is at
nice.
the end of it all, they actually stated that right now, according to the math, there is not a single home living on this planet or in American soil anyway, according to the math anyway. For every home, there is at least one gamer in the household.
Yeah.
At least. So, I mean, I'm not including grandma's house, but that does mean little Timmy down the road and his cousin whatever or his brother whatever living in that household just makes up for the one that's next to yours. So, I mean, the thing is you've got so many gamers.
Message retracted.
The what?
Somebody retracted a message. I'm kind of sad now. Does it still have it over there?
What's above it?
Below it is Xbox's lowest seller of the current.
So Dazza will get it before we will, laughing my ass off.
I don't know. It's Ron Park.
Dazza.
Well, it didn't show up.
Who's Dazza?
Huh.
I don't know who Dazza is. But yeah, it's going to be selling in New Zealand and Australia. That's the only places they're going to be covering. It kind of feels like a really stupid market that they're missing and not hitting American soil.
Okay. I was just curious. I saw something retracted and it's like, huh?
Okay. All right, cool.
But I mean, I feel like this is a missed opportunity for Xbox. But then again, a lot of businesses here lately have not made very good business decisions. And we'll see a lot of that today, actually. We're going to be talking about that a lot. By the way, are you guys excited for E3? Or is it just me?
Oh,
I think it's just you.
I am.
I actually care. But I mean, I don't know.
And if things go well, you'll have the Fat Man covering E3 this week. So,
Sweet.
hope and pray everything works right.
I might join you. I don't know. We'll see. See how things go.
You know where I keep everything set up?
Yeah.
In the house with the AC. Nice and cool.
Yeah. It's the sleeping arrangements.
Andrew sleeps on the couch all the time, and I don't hear him.
I know. I just don't know how Heather will handle it when I start cuddling with you. No, I don't know, man. This seems like a really dumb business deal, in my personal opinion. Now, they did pick the best company of the best company, it sounds like, because they've made billions of dollars selling fragrances that involve pop singers mostly and porn stars. Hey, I call it like it is. I'm not baby-footing around this, okay?
Comic-Con, the Mississippi Comic-Con, this is in the chat room. The Mississippi Comic-Con is June 29th.
29th and 30th.
Yeah, June 29th and 30th. Guess who's going to be dressed as Wolverine?
No.
Me.
Someone who actually can pull it off?
Short and hairy.
That doesn't sound like you at all. No, Mississippi Comic-Con, I'd like to go. I ain't got the money for all that. And,
25 a day, I think.
and then the drive up there plus
Down.
food and
But yeah.
I call it up. I always call it up there. I don't know why people correct me on that.
Of course you would. I'm going to the coast.
I'm going to the
gotta get up
coast, so I'm
there.
going up there. Really, the coast is south of us. So, I got a habit of doing that. Let's hit on the next story because I'm
Are we ready to get into your rant segment with Bethesda?
No.
No? You're not ready to get on that one?
No.
yet?
Why don't
So-
you cover a storyline that
So we've got stories from Bethesda and who else?
Blizzard, believe
Blizzard.
it or not.
I love a crossover.
Yeah. For those that have seen our episodes in the past, we did one episode where we really raked Bethesda over the coals. And then we had another one where we did the exact same thing to Blizzard. And now, for the first time ever, at least as harshly as we can, we're going to be able to do both in the same episode. So this is going to be kind of epic. I can't wait for this. But you said you had a story, didn't you?
Actually, they have finally released. That's what I'm trying to find out, is because I had it pulled up and now it ain't there. Anyway,
Wait, you still got to talk about that.
Yeah, we get.
Are y'all both going to talk about that, or is that going to be?
oh, that is totally my rant. I'll go ahead and do that one right now.
All right, I'll join in.
So, DC
My hands are up.
has finally decided to cancel Swamp Thing.
after 2 episodes.
Not even 2. The second one went up
they,
yet.
Yeah, they announced it when the first one, right after the first one dropped.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Well-
and it was over some AT&T and Warner Brothers are doing some kind of merger or something.
Something like
So,
that.
there was something with money.
Oh, come on, guys. Give me details. What's going on?
There's some shit with money, and
Oh, my God.
no, because
They
you can
hadn't fully
read-
said.
Yeah, they haven't fully said, but
Okay,
like
so they haven't announced
different
it, but
sources.
they're saying that they're
they
involved.
announced it, but like the reasons behind it, they're kind of
Yeah, they're iffy.
Yeah, the details are kind of iffy.
They turned around. They said, "Okay, we're canceling it. Here's kind of a reason, but not the reason." A lot of it
Hand me
had to
that.
do something
This
with.
video,
They tried to cite
Don't
it
you
as.
have a phone of your own?
it's over there charging.
They tried to cite it as creative differences.
Yeah, that was one thing.
Is
that
what
I
they
heard.
originally said, and now it's come out that it had something to do with financial issues.
Yeah, something to do with money.
What
one of the
financial
things,
issues?
Well,
are they
one of
having?
the things I read is there was some sort of con or something in one of the states they were doing it in, and it's cost them so much that it has cut into the
So
show.
wait, whoa.
How
They
did a
did not.
con-
How did a production company?
Like I said, that was one of those I came across as a reason.
Well, hold on. Something don't smell right. All
It
right, let,
don't.
let me point this out to you. Most production companies, ourselves
All right,
included,
here's an update. Go ahead.
ourselves included, most production companies actually have 2 budgets. The first budget is production. That is the most important part. That is what creates the object into which we see, whether it be on big screen, small screen, on your cell phone, computer, yada, yada, yada. And then they have a second budget. That second budget is called marketing. And that marketing budget goes towards things like Comic-Con. So you mean to tell me that they didn't bother to split the budget?
Pretty much.
No clue.
But see, here's the update
Okay, give me that.
from another source. Details creative differences, which he
Do
said.
not say other source. What is the source?
That's what it says. Another source.
Oh, that's the name of the. All right.
The update. Another source details creative
No, I'm talking
differences.
about who. What's the article?
Sorry.
This is
Article.
okay.
Where's
Bloody
it from?
Disgusting Mobile.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I found that.
So
one.
in the article it says another source details creative differences between several involved with one wanting something more in line with the horror genre and the other pulling for a weekly procedural, hence the hiring of Lynn Wiseman to direct. There's also some conflict over the subscriber base and what WBTV plans to do with their service in the next year. Expect a lot of changes from within. So basically, here you go. There's your phone.
They just pissed off a bunch
They
of guys
pissed off
like
a
me.
Yeah, because you know what? I finally, because when I was doing it monthly, I was paying monthly for a reason, and it was always an issue.
Well, you still got the Doom Patrol.
Well, yeah, but that hadn't even been announced yet. And then there was another article, and I can't really go into it because I don't have any sources, that the DC streaming service entirely was going to go away, and then they were going to sell off their properties to someone else.
What?
Yeah. So I finally break down after having such a fit trying to pay monthly that I broke down and paid the $80-something for a year subscription, and now all of this.
Damn.
And they still haven't. I think they've bumped up the dates for whenever they're going to bring back Young Justice season 3. They, because it took
Yeah,
that
part
mid-season-
B.
Yeah. They kept bumping that back. That's bumped back. Haven't heard anything about Doom Patrol season 2. Let me get a little closer to the mic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hadn't heard anything about
Yeah.
Doom Patrol season 2. Then Swamp Thing gets canceled after this first episode premieres.
And from what I understand, they hadn't finished shooting the whole season either.
See, this is typical DC. They get something good going, and then they let some money
Yeah.
people start making decisions,
'Cause I mean-
creative decisions.
Because I'm not going to lie, I went into Swamp Thing being skeptical. I was thinking, okay,
Well,
This
your
is-
skepticism
this
was right.
is going to be
apparently.
another Teen Titans. I'm not going to care for it that much. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting up there watching it, and I'm like,
Ooh.
okay, when's episode 2?
I still haven't seen it. You never
It
sent
was
me the
great.
info. You never sent me the info. You were supposed to send me last week.
Go ahead and send him the info. But yeah, this is typical DC.
Yep.
They plan all these big things, and they don't look at any small details, and then they're caught with their pants down, and then everybody's like, well, we knew it was coming.
It's like the big stuff, they try to overdo it to the point it backfires, and the
Yeah.
little stuff, they half-ass it and it falls apart.
well, here's the
They
thing.
let too many money people in.
I'm just glad that they are keeping the WB side of it for
Well,
the animated separate.
Well, see,
Yeah.
like when
That's what they need to do. They need to.
Well, I've always talked about production with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all discussed this. In
Yeah,
great
because our
length.
production budget is normally like 0.
Yeah.
With a side
Well,
zero.
but we always said that when we really started getting traction, what we plan to do. We've got a plan, and we're at the bottom of the fucking barrel. So what in the world is DC doing to the point?
You know what? I gotta agree with White Wolf.
Yeah. If Marvel just bought out DC.
Yes,
Yeah.
as bad as I hate to say it, yes, please, Disney, buy DC and fix them.
No, come on. Now we've already lost Marvel, and that was bad enough.
Marvel's done pretty good so far.
Marvel has done exceptionally well since DC acquired them.
Now
with the
they can
exception of
pick
that
up
one hiccup
Fox.
that I will not
Please do
mention.
that.
They did.
I know,
They already bought Fox. It's been done.
but they didn't do it fast enough for Dark Phoenix. Apparently,
Yeah. I haven't watched Dark Phoenix.
I
yet,
haven't
but from
either.
What
But
other people are telling me.
Hold on, we're about to talk about that actually. But
Okay.
anyway, y'all wanted to continue with the Swamp Thing, or like?
I mean, that's pretty much it. It's just typical
Exactly.
DC.
It is weird that the animation side is so good.
Yeah, the animation has always
I-
been good.
and
Since
that's
day
the-
one with Batman.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for years that DC has a really bad habit of handing off scripts, actors, and I would honestly say management. See, this is why I don't like the wires here. I really don't. I hate it because they keep getting caught on my pants. Giggity. They always pass off the best people, excuse me, to the animated section, and then when a live action comes out, they're like, oh, well, if we
How
put
do we do this?
if we put Sparkly Guy as Batman, that'll work out great.
Bat nipples.
That's gonna do. You know what? Bat nipples. I will accept nipples. I couldn't say it because it bothered me so much.
I am trying to be reserved until the movie comes out.
I'm not. I'm going ahead and
movie's already out.
slapping them mofos in.
Dark Phoenix.
No, the
No,
new
no.
Batman they're working on.
Oh,
Where
okay.
have you been? Are you paying
I
attention?
thought he was talking about what was going on in the chat.
We were talking about Sparkly Guy's Batman.
I understand that.
But anyway, like I will take bat nipples over sparkly Batman. I'm sorry. Who thought this would be a good idea? You know that kid that sparkled in that teen movie that was really popular several years ago that he's
That
been
really
typecast and he's stuck as a vampire and nobody else can see him as anything else, even though he has tried multiple times and
Mercilessly.
nobody's ever seen the movies. I've only heard about him. That's pretty freaking sad. Yeah, he's going to be Batman.
Well, Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker in a completely unrelated movie. Has nothing to do with it. That's my whole reason for not liking
Actually,
the
it
Joker.
does look like X-Men 3 remade with crappier casts.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because they did the Phoenix thing with X-Men Last Stand, and
Yep.
it failed horribly.
All right, so everybody wants to talk about Dark Phoenix. Fine. Let's talk about Dark Phoenix.
Uh-oh.
I got some fun words I want to talk to you
Whoa,
guys
second.
about.
Let me wind the jack of the box up.
You know what?
Are these some keywords, or such as woke?
I'm going to try
I'm gonna grab something.
my damnedest. Sir, I need drywall.
Yeah, actually, Ron, I'm kind of with you on that one. I am reserving my judgment for Batman because I
Oh, I'm
am
not.
an old Batman fan.
I'm not, because I saw a clip that recently has been released. And apparently so,
Where's he going?
he's going to get me drywall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might need
I'm going to need it, especially for this episode, because I've got some shit to talk about.
it.
So a clip has been passed around. I'm glad you're here because you're going to want to hear this. So a clip is being passed around where Dark Phoenix looks at Xavier and says, keep in mind that women save the men most of the time. Maybe you should think about switching the name to X-Women. This apparently excited individuals, especially journalists, and they have jumped behind the idea of why the freak not. So now people are starting to actually think about, let's change it to X-Women. Screw X-Men. And literally toss everything that we've done for, well, not we, but the company has done
50, 60 years?
in
50 some odd
comic
years.
books, in animated shows, in movies.
Sounds almost
None of it freaking matters anymore because we're going to change the name just because woke.
You know what that makes me think of? Dick Grayson. Or I'm sorry, what was it they changed it to? I can't even remember now.
I can't even remember.
Because I think
either.
they changed it back, like the next issue, or it was something where it was someone else.
I don't know, but
It was like we need to fix this.
I mean, it was a bad situation to
Kyle,
where
don't look left. Don't look left.
It's drywall. It's dry for. Take a shot of Monster and punch some drywall.
Do not elbow me in the process.
You're a meme, Kyle. You're a meme.
Did it make you feel better?
no.
We'll try
Anyway.
again. We'll try again then.
So everybody, like, explain that. There's memes going around about guys named Kyle punching drywall.
If you watched my Twitter this morning, I actually made a reference to that this morning. It was by far one of the funniest things I think I've ever done on Twitter. I actually took a picture of the monster in my mod saying I got my monster and mod ready. I even tagged Monster in it because they recently did a video with Trevor Williams, I believe it was. I can't remember the kid's name. Never seen him before in my life till I saw the video this morning.
Not all Kyles are like that.
And basically, the name of the title is If Kyle Had a Job. And he's working at Monster Corporation, and he is by far the most annoying character I think I've ever seen in my life. He punches drywall, rides a scooter, drinks nothing but Monster, and mocks every single human being very childishly.
Much like a Kyle we know. Anyway.
Actually, I did
How
think
many
about
Kyles do you know? Jesus.
One.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
no, wait. I have met a second one before. I don't remember anything
But
about him.
I agree with Ron. Just don't watch it. I mean, you really want to get your point across. Don't give them their money. Don't give them your money.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not going to go see it. I really won't. But I have watched a video on another YouTuber. Now, keep in mind, this makes it third party, so I don't really count it. But this
Yeah.
guy's opinion I've known from the past to
I
be
know,
pretty
Ron.
spot
I know.
on. So me and him, we kind of got a lot. So that immediately makes me think there's a plausibility
know.
that I'm not going to have any interest in it. So I'm not going to go see it. But this also really makes me worried for the future of the franchise. Now, keep in mind, it's being passed over to Disney. I made the joke, and apparently nobody got it.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, that's fine. And they are talking about rebooting again the entire series of X-Men. And yes, I'm going to refer it as X-Men. I don't care what other people think. But they're wanting to change the actual name to X-Women. I'm sorry, but I've never once looked at the name X-Men and thought it was all men.
No.
To me, it was always like a soldier style title, like
Like
firemen,
Minutemen,
firemen, policemen. I never thought it was always men. I always thought the name men
Men as
mainly
in human.
as in human. So
As in
that's what made
mankind.
me think was ex-human technically was the
Yeah.
name, in my personal opinion. Apparently, people don't get that.
Because of the mutant X gene.
Yep, that's about right. They just need to focus on making good films and leave it at that.
They can't even do that right.
Leave the dripping
Soy
soap-
boy.
the dripping, soaked, nasty, filthy garbage
But
bags of politics
but
out
he-
of it.
Here's the thing, though. According to not one, but two YouTubers that have actually gone and seen it, they said the exact same thing. Even if you tossed aside the political aspect that they tried to drill in your head through the whole film, apparently, even if you did that, the storyline wasn't even good.
Oof.
That it was so boring that one individual, who, by the way, never does this, and I've heard him talk about it before, that he even said, I wish I could have gone to sleep, but I've never slept in a movie before. He literally said he fell asleep. I have heard him say this quote of, I can't sleep at a movie theater. I'm too paranoid. He fell asleep. That's how boring this film was.
They probably took a cookie cutter type movie
They did.
storyline and tagged on the title of a very popular, still very well selling title of a story arc.
Yeah.
And you know,
Lit it on fire and it didn't rise from the ashes.
well, you know, with the whole Marvel cinematic universe, the Iron Man through Avengers through Endgame and all that, they created characters that you could get to know and have some sort of feelings towards. And then they take this movie, take this huge story arc that could have been done way better,
Yeah.
tag on a cookie cutter storyline, and then wonder why it didn't do good.
Well, as soon
That's
as
Fox's problem from
with
day one.
From X-Men First Class onward, I've literally and physically do not care about the characters. I feel no connection to them at all.
Yeah.
Because in the past, the film writing was so bad
Exactly.
that there's no
Exactly.
personal
It's like he
connection.
said, I don't
don't
understand
understand
why they
why
don't just stick with the source material.
Thank
You
you.
owe me a soda. I hadn't done that so many years.
But I mean, the thing is that they have such good source material. Yeah, tweak it a little bit. That's fine. Bring it to the modern age. I'm cool with that. I ain't got a problem with
Didn't
it.
the original X-Men cartoon actually do the Dark Phoenix thing and do it
Yeah.
very well?
Yeah.
You know,
that-
honestly, I can't say yes, but apparently
they
did.
did. They
I
did
wanted to
cover
say
the
I
Dark
remembered
Phoenix.
seeing that.
I always thought maybe that would be too dark for a kid's cartoon.
Well, you know how they do it. They can lighten up kids' cartoons.
That's
That was
true.
the 90s.
They did make Peter Pan lovable.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Okay.
Multitasking.
I thought for a minute you were restarting your computer. I'm like, you
Hell
do realize
no.
we're live, right?
Why would I do
Quit
that?
multitasking. Next thing you know, Windows is going to be like restarting in 10.9 and we're going to panic.
No, please don't. But I mean, the thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
And they crossed over Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, the Spider-Man one crossed over with Deadpool.
yeah.
I mean, you got source material even in the cartoons, it would work.
That would actually physically fit with our current time. If you follow the Marvel universe.
Blue screen. What blue screen?
Oh, it's nothing. Talking about blue screen of death.
Oh.
What I don't understand.
He was talking about the blue screen of death because y'all were talking about me doing shit on the computer.
Oh.
Yeah, let's not do that. But no, I don't know. You guys say what you want, what you think. I personally, to me, I wash my hands of this whole Dark Phoenix thing. The trailer looked really, really good, and then tidbits started coming out, like, you know, snippets of the clips, and then people talking about how shitty and terrible the storyline was. And that the characters were almost non-believable to an extent. I mean, it's like they're not even really trying. And if you're going to put out a superhero film, you know, give it a whirl. You know, actually try.
Fox doesn't know how to handle these properties because the only thing that Fox has done good with the X-Men universe was Days of Future Past. And that's only because it's basically
was
shot
alright.
for shot from a major story arc that was in the
Yeah.
comics, with the exception of a few small things. That's the only reason why Days of Future Past did good, because for once they actually stuck with the source material.
Yeah. And again, like, I agree with Ron 100%. They have plenty of source material to pick on. I mean, it's been going for 50 years. Pick a story. There you go. It's
Yep.
not that hard. Bring it
The
to
work-
modern era. Add a few slang words to it that the millennials can attach to. And there you go. It's not that hard. I don't know. Just to me, if everything that they're saying is even remotely true, don't waste your money. In my personal opinion, don't waste your money. Now, if you want to go, have at it. Write us, tweet us about it, because we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious, where these other YouTubers really write.
I'll catch it on the Pirate Bay.
Now, that'll be about as far as it'll ever go. Speaking of which, I got more news.
Bruh.
More
Uh-oh.
wokeness being forced down people's throats.
Uh-oh.
But this one has a funny ending.
Okay.
So, Kratos, the second game of God of War, the creator, what was his name? Jeffrey or Genfrey, whatever something Genfrey. I can't remember his name. Anyway, so he put out a tweet recently stating that Kratos was bi, and put out a picture of Kratos wearing a t-shirt for Pride Month that said, "We are all human." Duh, we know, we can read. And then wearing rainbow leopard pattern pants.
Wow.
And then claiming Kratos is bi. Now, keep in mind that if you are a God of War fan, then you know the storyline that Kratos goes to war because somebody killed his family, his wife and child. Now, was he doing the suck on the side? Like, what's the ordeal here? Like, I'm very confused on when this was established in the game, because even in the other games, they had little side things where you went
remember that
with
side thing.
prostitutes and you got health for it for completing the little
I
side
remember
mission.
that.
So, why was there no dude involved in this side mission? Like, why now do you choose? Oh, because marketing. It's that kind of month. Oh, but the fans were furious. They started stating that they would never pick up a God of War game again. Speaking of which, there's a plausibility there's another one going to be announced at E3.
Nice. I'll try to keep people up to date.
Well, guess what? Everybody banned it because of that.
Banned it? You mean
They
boycotted it?
They boycotted the thing,
Yeah,
man. They
boycott.
banned it altogether. They wanted nothing to do with this thing. So what did he do? The next day, he come back and said, "It's a joke. I'm sorry. It was a joke. I'm sorry if it didn't make any sense." There was no LOL. There was no hashtag jokes. No, nothing. There was no explanation whatsoever in it.
You do realize, though, I understand people not being big on this, but you do realize that God of War takes place during Greek Roman times,
And a lot of times,
and that type of thing was
common.
common.
That would be Rome, though, wouldn't it?
All of Greek, and yeah,
It was mostly Rome, but I think it went over to the Greeks too.
that's
I was actually thinking that. I was just waiting for somebody else to maybe talk about
Well,
it.
yeah, I guess you're right, because the Spartans have been proven that they were.
Yeah.
Some of them were anyway.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. That's not the point. The storyline has never explained that. So
Yeah.
why he just pulled a J.K. Rawlings out of fucking nowhere and was like, "Oh, this character's bi."
okay.
When? Like, where's the explanation?
Where were the signs?
Where give us a hint. You couldn't have thrown it in when you were making number 2?
Looked to me like he was pretty much just splattering brains in wherever he went.
Oh no, it gets better.
Oh crap.
But wait, there's more.
More?
More, much more. So apparently, the people that were all for it, mainly the LGBTQ, LMNOP, WXYZ,
STD.
apparently these individuals were very upset and started, well, yelling at him, getting really upset and sending nasty tweets to him.
Oh Lord.
He put out another tweet. Guess what? Wild guess what this tweet said. "I apologize for gay baiting." He had to apologize for gay baiting.
Wow.
Because apparently that's how everybody looked at it. This story is all over the place. I wish I could be making this shit up, but it's not. I don't understand. I don't understand what he thought he was going to be able to do with this. Literally, he was like, "Yes, I am one of you guys." And as soon as the fans went, "No," he went, "Okay, I'm not. I'm sorry." And then the people that were all for it start yelling at him. He's like, and now you're stuck in a freaking corner. You've probably set up the next God of War game to be thrown up in the market at a 50% chance that people are actually going to want to buy it now.
I'd buy it. But it's
I
God of
probably
War.
will. I probably will.
It's God of War.
But I mean,
I mean-
this is the thing, though. This is the thing. Why risk it? I mean, fine. Put Kratos in a shirt. I don't care.
Someone
It's a game. I don't really give a crap.
Someone forgot to talk to his marketing team.
Apparently so. And this is the thing, though. This is the thing. It doesn't take a freaking rocket scientist to just put Kratos in the shirt and leave it at that and say Happy Pride Month. If you want to do marketing, there you go. But then you throw in the fact that Kratos is bi, and then you end up being attacked by wolves. And so, well, bears technically, no, wolves. And then you turn around and say, no, it was a joke. I'm sorry. And then the bears come after you. I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And you put yourself in that freaking position in the first damn place. I'm sorry, but I feel no remorse for this guy at all. He literally set himself up. He tried to be an ally and ended up screwing himself. And possibly the future of the franchise for this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is just by far one of the dumbest things I've ever seen somebody try to pull wokeness out of their ass
See,
and end up
that's
having
why
it
you
screw
have a
themselves.
marketing team and
This is the thing.
testers.
The only game
Yeah,
that
if
he
you
has
listen
been
to you.
involved in, why he's pointing out Kratos in the first freaking place, the only thing he's famous for is creating God of War 2. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. He didn't do the first game and he didn't do the rest of the games. As far as I know, he has no connection at all other than that. And it was a good game. It's a great game. But like what were you thinking? I don't understand. I'm really confused at what was running through his head that made him go, yeah, this will be fine. And then he gets attacked, mobbed even on Twitter. And then he goes, no, it's a joke. And now he's got other people mad at him that were originally excited for the thing. And he's got to put out another apology. This guy's going to be apologizing until something else takes everybody away from it. What happened?
He's Ron quoting this, and social justice warriors are making the Puritans look tame.
I don't know anymore. It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, there's an easy fix to that. If you wanted to do marketing or somehow put you in the light, draw Kratos, put him in the stupid shirt. Nobody cared about that. It didn't bother anybody because everybody goes, oh yeah, it's a video game, it's a character, whatever, marketing. It was the rest of the stuff when you completely and utterly tried to change the lore, which is the whole reason we play the game in the first freaking place, because we love the story. So, dumb on your part much? Yeah, it was bad. Anyway,
I don't know, I think we're pretty much at that point. Just a matter of what's the stake and what's being burnt.
Pretty much, yeah. And nobody's really thinking when they speak either. They're just kind of throwing it out there like, oh, this'll stick because it's popular right now. I'm sorry, y'all. When are these companies?
Crazy day and age.
Well, I mean,
sign of the times.
oh man, I've lost faith in humanity when I start seeing stuff like this. I'm not gonna lie, it was hysterical to watch. I mean, it really was.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
was laughing nonstop about this. And I'm just,
Ouch.
I'm sorry. I'm left flabbergasted and trying to figure out what was going through his mind, because there had to be
flabbergasted. Gotcha.
no, I mean, there had to be some friend or something that convinced him to make him think this was a good idea. I don't know.
Someone tried to cut a quick joke, and that cut was about right on the wrist.
Yeah.
So you did the Swamp Thing story.
Uh-huh.
You want to talk about this one?
Which one?
Which
is
one?
It?
Which one?
Did you study for
Oh,
any of
yes,
this?
I did, but Jesus Christ, y'all send me like 15
Where?
links. Yeah, I know.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. The most of the original cast is supposed to be returning for the real Ghostbusters 3.
So they ended up finding out information due to the fact that they did an interview with Sigourney Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about Alien and all the other films that she was in, and then they got along Ghostbusters. And the interviewer apparently...
Yeah, they're talking about her.
Yeah, they made a reference to Ghostbusters, and she said, yeah, I can't wait to work with those guys again.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be
Really?
crazy working with the guys again.
Yeah.
Of course, she told
Nice.
Parade Magazine.
Yeah.
Nice.
She didn't go into any real detail about any of
No.
it. She didn't disclose any of it. That's,
Well, I
she's
mean,
going to be...
we've got a director. We know who it's going to be.
Yeah.
The son of the original.
Most of the cast is coming back.
Yeah.
And we know Dan Aykroyd's got probably one hell of a loopy timeline explanation
Probably.
for everything.
Yep.
To me, this
He's
sounds like
really
it's gonna-
talented. He's a really talented writer. So
Yeah, but he is flipping insane. Have you ever seen an interview with him?
yeah.
Like, if he's not talking about vodka, he starts talking about some very weird things. Love is
he's
work, but he's
into
a
the
very odd
paranormal.
individual.
He's into the paranormal in real life.
Yeah,
so.
I know. His parents were in it or something like
parents-
that.
Isn't it
Brad was
isn't
like-
Aykroyd that's a deputy in
Former auxiliary deputy.
Yeah.
In some Mississippi county.
Rankin County, I think.
Rankin County.
Hey, who would have thought? He was an official here at one point for something.
Yeah, but he's Canadian, so it's like an honorary thing.
Well,
He donated money, so. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Kyle's
about
reading
it.
through the stuff. He's getting ready for a big one.
No, I've got the really big one at the end, which is the main thing that I've had my brain on this whole time, actually. Stadia, Do we even want to bother talking about Stadia?
We'll wait and see how it turns out this week.
I'm
See if it crashes YouTube again.
but we can't.
Nobody can replace Harold Ramis. That's
Yeah,
They need to
nobody-
bring him back as a ghost
They're-
temporarily.
They may do a ghost thing.
I hope they make some kind of ghost reference.
Yeah.
At least,
You know, 'cause-
like they
yeah.
don't have to bring a CGI version.
Yeah, we
of
actually
him.
saw Egon after he passed. He was trying to haunt some old
You
building.
remember in the first movie, he was so sure that this would work, he was going to drill a hip. He was going to kill himself, basically.
Yeah, drill a hole in his head.
Yeah.
They never said kill directly. He said, I'm going to try to drill a hole in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. At the very first of it. Yeah.
What if they had like a science experiment gone wrong situation? That would be interesting.
Or
They may have to use it. Like, they may do some CG ghost thing, and his
wait, where'd
website-
y'all find him at? He was at some fungus and spore museum, and he kept making everything grow faster than it should have.
What about
Yes, we're talking about the new Ghostbusters. Hopefully, our hopes and dreams.
No,
No, it's
our hopes-
happening.
It's happening. It's just a matter of funding, time, and whether or not Bill
Everyone
Murray is
playing
actually
nice.
going to do it. And this is the thing: Bill Murray is notorious for turning down, things
He's
that
also
he doesn't wanna do.
notorious for getting into these crazy roles.
Now, I never saw the 2016 thing, but you said that Bill Murray dies in it.
yeah.
Right? And he said that's the only reason he would do another Ghostbusters thing. If he does come back, are they going to acknowledge the fact that Venkman is dead? Or are they going to pretend that it never
From-
happened?
From what I understood,
This is a totally. This has nothing to do with
from
2016.
what I understand, the way they're treating the 2016 film is not canon to the originals.
So
Yeah.
if they do bring back Bill Murray, Venkman has a plausibility of still being alive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
And not a
the
ghost.
2016 Ghostbusters has nothing to do with this.
Yeah. it was
Nothing at
outside of
all.
continuity.
Yeah, it's a what if story. Like, what if Hollywood got their hands on a beloved property and fucked it over?
Hey, I don't know, man. The whole thing.
Vapor Wolf. That's a new one.
Wait, what?
Vapor Wolf.
Vapor. What do you say on Vapor Wolf?
That's right there.
One of the people.
Oh, sweet.
I don't think I've seen that one before.
Anyway, no, I mean the whole thing with it, they're not acknowledging that the 2016 Ghostbuster was even really a thing.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say? Or?
Yeah, that did not happen as far as this.
So,
this
like,
is,
it's
this
an
is
alternate
Ghostbusters story.
universe
yeah,
kind of
alternate
thing?
universe type of thing. Yeah, like
So that
totally
could
different.
work. And see, I've got the Ghostbusters
A
comic
matter of
book, and they
fact-
talk about multi.
Yeah, I was about to bring
Universes
that up.
in it.
Oh, okay. That's who
In the
that is.
comic books, they talk about, and in the comic books, there was a story arc where the real
Yes, I
Ghostbusters,
normally
the
try
comic
to
book
send the
Ghostbusters,
stuff
the
you
movie
send me
Ghostbusters, and
when I get other stuff
and the
sent.
female Ghostbusters all have a crossover through a multiverse type thing.
Right.
Yeah, but
What
this has nothing to do with what happened in 2016. I love
Okay.
how I worded it like that. This is not what happened.
What did he send that I missed?
Wait, what? You sent what?
Chaos Southeastern. Don't y'all read the stuff? Send you? I think he meant.
Oh,
that
he's
I
talking
send
about
you?
in the chat room.
Which chat room? Do you know how many chat rooms we have?
Oh dear God.
We have so many, and we've
Oh,
got
yeah.
a very particular chat room
is-
just for like this show. Literally, it's all it's dedicated. Actually,
Yeah,
we
that's
have
what
two.
they did with the Terminator. The new Terminator movie is not. It's a direct sequel to Part 2. So the movies
Yeah,
that happen
because Bill
after
Murray
that,
was in. I remember reading that when he sent.
Yeah.
Where Bill Murray said he was in for this one.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, he's in. He's in. Everybody's all in.
As of latest reports, everyone is on board. Now they just need to do it
Yep.
before he changes his mind.
I know, because that would suck. What if he just
No,
upped
but
it
wait.
up?
Nobody sneeze or Bill Murray might change his mind. Don't sneeze. Damn. There goes Ghostbusters.
Where's the
Sneezed out of
drywall?
existence.
I gotta hit him with it. I don't know, man. I'm excited for it, but I'm really nervous about it too, because I'm really scared they're gonna shove a whole bunch of crap in it that's not really necessary. Try to very Hollywood it up. Honestly, I know they're gonna add CGI. Let's be real, but you have to admit the old way. If they did a nod to it,
Prepare for the coming of Gozer.
that would actually be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Let's
Gozer tries to return.
That would be interesting.
Didn't we just kill this?
35 years ago.
What about, let's talk about the fact that there is a plausibility or rumor that Sweet Tooth is going to be in the new Mortal Kombat game.
I've heard. That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Now, why Sweet Tooth? Out of all the people, don't get me wrong, I really like Sweet Tooth. I love Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal is by far one of the funnest games I think I ever
I
played.
don't think he had a lot of Garfield checks to start with. Bill Murray taking the Ghostbusters thing. He's running out of that Garfield money.
You know, he still hates that movie.
Yeah.
He
one?
absolutely Garfield. He
Bill Murray.
hated the Garfield
Oh.
franchise.
That's a funny thing about it, though, because in the cartoons, the guy that did the voice for Garfield did the voice for Peter, right?
Yeah,
So Bill Murray
did
played-
both.
Yeah, he did both also. He was Peter and he played Garfield.
It's
So
almost like history
I never watched
repeated
it.
itself.
Huh?
As big a Garfield fan as I was growing up, I've not watched the movie.
They're not bad.
No, they're not great either.
They're just good. They're just movies.
They're great if you're watching with kids.
Yeah.
Garfield the cat. Just updating people.
Yeah, for those that don't understand. I'm trying to find a better story because the Sweet Tooth thing, it's very low. There's nothing really to it.
Because back when we were kids, the closest thing in our area we got to comic books was comic strips on the Sunday paper.
Well, they had comic books at the grocery store, and Walmart
Occasionally.
used to have a stack. Yeah, and they
And
would
never
never
had 'em
rotate
ordered.
them out.
You know what? I think I'm gonna let you guys pick. I don't know who Sweet Tooth is. Sweet Tooth is a psychopathic killer clown that drives around in an ice cream truck.
Terrifying ice cream truck and an old game for the PlayStation that was awesome.
Yeah, basically it's try to imagine bumper cars with rockets, machine guns,
Yeah.
and really loud rock music, and there you go. You have Twisted Metal.
Put Garfield in as a special character in Mortal Kombat.
I'm down. I'm totally down. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys
Shoot
decide.
lasagna.
I'm gonna let you guys decide. Google. Rumor of a video game that might be coming out that is there's some evidence to it. Bethesda or Blizzard, because we've got one other one after that, but that's the very last one. I'm saving that for last so we can rant and rave all we feel. So what's it going to be, gentlemen? Quit watching the chat. Let's
Yes.
go.
I guess let's start with Google.
Yeah,
We're starting with Google.
go ahead. We already got on Google one time.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's kick them again.
Let's kick. Yeah, they've had a breather. Let's kick them some more. So apparently, Google has a lawsuit against it for
I like that.
What?
His fatality would be stuffing lasagna down your throat.
That would actually be kind of cool. Have it where you like close
yeah.
your face.
Someone just reminded me of this one in the chat room.
What's up?
KOSL. You remember the game Destroy All Humans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing it back.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I
And
actually
it was,
posted.
and the trailer was had a Ramstein.
Yes,
Nice.
it was by far one of the coolest trailers I think I've ever seen.
That was
Nice.
cool.
It was so exciting to see.
I'm gonna have to look that one up now.
That was gonna
Did you ever play the games?
Maybe.
You can't remember. I played both 1 and 2, and I was a very big fan of it. The
Yeah.
storyline
That's
is
exactly what
completely
he's
dumb.
Talking about Caleb is, yeah, that's exactly what he's talking about. Is Twisted Metal for the whole.
Yeah, it's Twisted Metal.
That's
what
what we're
Sweet Tooth
talking
is
about. That's
from.
where Sweet Tooth
That's
came
what we
from.
were talking
Twisted
about.
Metal.
That's where the ice cream truck. That's Sweet Tooth.
310 for the win.
Anyway, Google lawsuit. What's going on?
So apparently, Google has a lawsuit against them for biased hiring practices.
You don't say. Google doing something wrong?
Yeah. But
This
here's the
company's
thing.
gotten too big.
The list. Yeah, I agree. Google's gotten way too big.
Let me
The
guess,
list that
straight
they
white
are.
males?
Well, hold on. The list that they are supposedly biased towards on hiring. The list sounds like Google until you get to the end. So the first one is conservatives.
Doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise us one flipping bit. Look at YouTube. 2, men, just men in general.
Okay.
But the last one is the one that really made me laugh.
Asians.
Asians.
What?
Asians.
What? Wait a minute now. Asians, like in general, Asians.
Asians. As in, no, I won't make that
I don't
joke.
think there's a proper way.
There
can do
is
that
no
joke.
proper way to clarify that. But Asians, Kung Fu Asians. There you go.
So the guys they need in the IT department keeping this shit from crashing, they don't have, and that's why it's crashing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it. I mean,
Now
you can
you
say
know?
racist if you want to, but the hell, the Asians they're like badass with
Ain't
technology.
that the truth?
I mean, they're very.
I mean, hell, just go look up Bitwit. The dude's a genius with electronics.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, heck, even
Well, I
Linus
mean, look
Tech
at Japan.
Tips.
They're ahead
I
of
mean,
us in everything.
I hate to steal a joke from Linus Tech Tips, but what is it he said in his thing? I married an Asian. That's where I get my knowledge from.
I mean,
Funny.
the thing is I don't understand why even be biased in the first place. These three things have nothing to do with how it affects your job.
No.
Period. I'm sorry. If you are qualified to do the job, you can do the job,
Mm-hmm.
and you're good at your job, you're hired. I don't care about the rest. None of it has any use to me. As long as you show up on time that you are scheduled to work and you put your best foot forward and try your damnedest, I'm cool with you. And every company should look at hiring individuals
I'm just saying.
the same way.
I mean,
If it's a cross-dressing midget that's good at interrogation, put him in the
he
interrogation
can wear
room
a
to do
dress
it.
to work. I don't care. Nobody's going to
Yeah.
see him. So all they
It's-
have to do is
these
just work on
companies-
these numbers.
the goal of these companies is to make money, not practice democracy.
Well, this is the thing. It's not even just Google. It's other companies that I have a real problem with. I don't need to know your politics, Burger King. I don't. Make a damn good burger. Give me some fries. I'd like a Coke and yes, the apple pie. That's it. I don't need anything else. Burger King didn't have the apple pie, did they?
Mm-mm. Oh, they might. I don't know. I don't eat at Burger King.
I don't either. I don't
Actually,
like
that's a good theory there. Asians and white men talk about their pay. Google wants a demographic that don't talk about pay scale, so they don't have to.
Well, this is
They'll
the
get
thing.
another strike. when they find
Supposedly,
out.
Google got in trouble, which I remember hearing this story a while back. And
So they don't want people, the unknowledgeable to, sue them when they don't
Well,
find out that this
I think it
person's
was
making
2016,
more or less.
2017 that higher up individual, I don't remember what his rank was, but he was up there, like next to
Oh,
the
that did
CEO and all
happen.
that. Yeah, he put out
No, another thing.
oh,
They actually had a big strike thing when they found out the big pay gaps between this person and that person.
Yeah.
yeah.
They actually had a big ordeal with people striking about that.
Well, they
at one
also
point.
had the strike threat that also happened when that CEO or whoever he was
Which
that put out a memo that was talking about jobs and relations due to sex.
Yep.
Now, to me, I don't think it was really necessary. Apparently, there was some argument amongst the team, and he decided to try to straighten it up, and people found it sexist, and he got fired. I mean, basically, that's what it boiled down to. So this is not the first time they've been in the limelight, and to be honest with you, this will not be their last. But with this happening, they have the ability which is known as discovery. Now, I didn't know what discovery was until Tim Pool actually kind of told me what it was. He's another YouTuber. But he basically said that what discovery means is the fact that the courts are not only going to be able to go through all their hiring practices and how that stuff goes on, but they're also going to be able to check out everything else. Which means, because, courts, public record. So that means when this is all said and done and everything's over with, we're going to get a nice little case file that anybody will be able to access to, and they're going to know every single bit of Google's dirty laundry. I'm sorry, but within the next year, maybe two, depending on how long Google decides to drag this out, and that could be a good long while. Who knows? It could be 5 years before we see the end of this. I'm starting to smell a policy
Well,
change.
don't forget this too. Google, Amazon, and Apple would die if their employees unionized from federal courts, ripping them apart for illegal practices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and that's the real thing.
Considering, I think all three of them are under the knife now for monopoly laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are
There's
also
another-
having to deal with that.
There's another company that's probably going to be under the knife for monopoly laws, and that's who was it? AT&T. They have DirecTV, right?
I believe
Okay,
so.
they're
Yeah.
talking about acquiring Dish.
Really?
Yeah, and they've got cell phone service, DirecTV, Dish,
Satellite internet.
the AT&T and Warner Brothers is doing something. So
Yeah,
they could be under the.
You're starting to see a lot more of these bigger companies like Google, AT&T,
trying to monopolize.
yeah, that are all monopolizing, and it all involves around the internet. But
You know
we've always heard that the internet is kind of like the Wild West.
You know, to me, one of the scariest ones is though
What?
Disney.
Disney is another one as
And
well.
the thing is, there's a lot of companies under them people don't even realize is under them, such
Yeah.
as
ABC.
Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu's
A
part
lot of
it.
people don't realize Hulu is owned by
Well,
Disney, which means now every month Disney gets a little of my money.
yeah.
I actually killed one of my streaming services for that.
Really?
I got rid of Funimation.
Seriously?
Serious.
I've been thinking about
Well-
dropping my Google Premium because of their shit.
You have Google Premium?
It means YouTube Premium, I'm sure.
Yeah, YouTube Premium. I mean,
I don't know.
Right.
I would have done killed that with all the shit going on.
I'm not paying YouTube
I get it so I can
for
watch
free
Cobra
content.
I get it so I can watch Cobra.
Don't
Kai.
get me wrong. I am a Karate Kid
I
fan.
think I have you a way to watch Cobra Kai. I'll show you later.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm a huge Karate Kid fan, but I'm not paying for it. Not unless it comes out on DVD form or something like that. Yeah, sure. fine,
That was
I'll pay
another
for it.
thing they haven't talked. They're not going to release that on DVD. Like, you people not like money?
Well, I mean, okay, because the way you reacted to me canceling Funimation, it has nothing to do against Funimation, but I already have VRV. And even though they're not on VRV anymore, wait a minute,
$20 says he mentions the Switch for the air is over.
probably, but not this one. But no, a lot of the shows I want
No,
to
wait,
watch,
he already has.
I don't have
Yeah.
$20.
a lot of the shows I normally watch already come out on the other. And
Yeah.
there was only like 2 shows I would even care about ever rewatching on there, and I can find them online.
He says I have
But
other
yet, Hulu
sources.
had a couple old anime that I really wanted to watch, and a lot of series and movies.
I
wanted.
actually sat down on Amazon Prime and watched GTO.
Hmm.
I haven't watched that since you and me lived together.
That was a good show.
Mm-hmm. Still
I got
good,
you whooped
actually.
on. I got you whooped on episode count though.
Probably.
Rewatch Bleach.
I don't have the patience. For that.
27 seasons.
No, I do not
Like,
have the patience. for
20
that. No.
episodes a season.
I don't
Nope.
have that kind of patience.
I don't either. I'm sorry. I don't. I will not sit down and watch Naruto. I've tried multiple times. I can't get through it just because I don't have the patience, and I actually have a life, and I actually go outside sometimes.
Dude, you should never admit to buying an STD.
Star Trek Discovery.
I still have not seen it.
I don't know.
Cobra Kai is lit. I love Cobra Kai. That shit is the bomb.
You
that
know,
is
I would
awesome.
love to see it. I really would, but I just
After this recent shit, there is no way in hell I would pay for a YouTube Red or whatever they're calling it now.
Yeah, YouTube Premium. I don't know.
Premium. They called it
What-
YouTube Red at one point, then Premium, then whatever their subscription thing is. No. They can get my
Alright.
ad revenue. I'll leave it at that. They can just, I watch
I don't mind
videos.
watching ads. I will sit down and watch ads because being a YouTuber, I understand how that works, and it helps me support the YouTubers that I like. Now, if it's one of those commercials that last like 30 seconds, I'm sorry, I'm walking away.
30-minute commercials.
Yeah, I'm
where
not.
the commercial where the ad
Yeah,
is longer than the video you want to
Yeah.
watch.
That
I
has happened a
literally
lot
sat
lately.
down to watch a 15-minute video, and they put on a 30-minute ad, which, by the way, was the very first episode, the full episode of a show. Yeah,
Did they give you the skip function?
yeah.
Okay.
But I actually sat down and watched the show. The show wasn't bad, but and then I completely
was it?
forgot what video I clicked on by
One
the
of the-
time I got done.
One of the YouTubers I follow actually had like a 2.5-minute video the other day, like an update thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's a quick update. Click. It was a 2-minute unskippable ad for a 2.5-minute thing. I was like, I exited off, came back like 20 minutes later and got one of the 5-second skippables. And I'm like, okay, there we go. Now I'll watch your video. No offense, dude, but no.
I mean, I don't mind watching ads, but I have a real big problem because the ads are so random. That's the thing; it's
Quick
so
question.
random.
And this is for y'all out there too. For the ones that actually watch YouTube on their phone primarily, have you noticed ever since last Sunday, this is something I've actually noticed. The ads, when some of them pop up, actually are a full screen ad. Like normally you can see the description and all that below. There's been a lot of them in the last week that have actually taken up the bottom half of your screen.
No,
Really?
I haven't noticed that.
I say,
And I've noticed that within the last week.
I don't watch videos on my phone. I end up watching it on my PlayStation or my girlfriend's computer. That's about as far as it goes. So I don't ever think to actually
Yeah,
watch
see,
it on my phone.
it doesn't even do that on the computer, just on cellular. Like this line right here, right below the video, where like right now it's showing live chat.
Yeah.
That information will not be there. The ad will be a full drop screen down.
Really?
and it's only been doing it in the last week.
Oh God, maybe a new feature we may be looking into.
So,
I
like,
don't know.
so what all happened last Sunday that y'all don't want us to know about?
Wait, what?
Supper time, bye. Oh,
Aw, that's sad. But anyway, no, I really think that Google's kind of in a lot of trouble. Their dirty laundry is going to be out for everybody to see. And I really think this is going to make them rethink about all the things they've been doing behind the curtain that we knew they were doing, but they pretended they weren't doing, but we knew anyway. That sort of thing. God, that sounds like a Seinfeld episode, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But
sorry, I zoned out. Must have been a Seinfeld episode.
but nonetheless, it's one of those things that's like, we're going to know everything they didn't want us to know. At least most of it. I'm pretty sure something will slip through the cracks or won't be really relevant to the court. But there's a lot of things they're going to be able to dig through. I'm thoroughly curious, too. Now, this is going to change every action that Google makes from here on out because they're going to be afraid that somebody is going to be able to sue them. And, quite frankly, I think Bill Richmond needs to get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think half-Asian lawyer Bill Richmond needs to get involved. I really do. Because I really think that Bill Richmond could save YouTube. I do. I really believe this. I don't know why. I just really think...
When you're chilling in the womb and you hear your parents talk about naming you Kyle.
And SpongeBob wearing a monster hat.
Yep. Wearing a hat, monster sticker on the wall, sideways, monster cans all over the place, holes in the drywall.
Shut up.
The drywall.
Shut up. Shut up. Now, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this is gonna change Google anyway?
I will be sitting on the sideline eating popcorn, watching how this goes down.
Going, do a flip. I mean, they're going to nosedive. They're going to nosedive. So now we've got Facebook under the limelight. Now Google.
Who uses Facebook? Really, who uses Facebook anymore other than Messenger?
I use the Messenger, and that's just
I use
because
the
that's where
Messenger
all
a
my
lot.
friends are.
Yesterday, I was on Facebook a lot.
Yeah.
Because it passed my PFT, and I was like posting and
yeah.
By the way, congratulations to that, by the way.
My actual training starts July 9th. When my classes start.
Sweet.
So there may be, I might not be here for all this, depending on how in depth everything is. I need time to study, so it could be a duo for a while. You guys know where the stream button is.
Oh, there it is.
That's okay. Keep your fingers crossed, cause as you arrest them, I'll be booking them.
Oh yeah.
Hi viewers,
did
it'll be
you get it?
you and me.
Did you get it?
Find out in the next week or two.
Okay, well, I arrest them and you book them.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get on at the county jail. That's one of the two he takes them to.
Yep. Yeah, we don't really have a holding cell.
Kyle,
in this town.
do not get arrested in Newton County. That's
Please
all
get
we're
arrested
asking.
in Newton County. No. Get arrested in Union on the Newton County side.
Will you get
While
me
both
a
of us are
ham
working.
While
sandwich?
we're both working.
While we're both working.
Will you get me a ham sandwich?
We'll get a
I would
picture of
love to be the
uniform.
one to make that call to your mother.
My mom wouldn't
We'll
be
put
happy
you in-
about
I would slip around the corner. Dude, I love you to death, but I would slip around the corner and be like, Mama Morrow, you about to kill Kyle. Why? Because I
No.
just finished his booking paperwork.
No. I take him to get booked. You're there, right? We all get a picture. I'm in uniform. You're in uniform. You're in uniform. County stripes.
They don't even use stripes anymore.
Yes, they do.
Oh, really? Y'all
Yes.
have stripes?
Yeah,
I've only seen jumpsuits, like
they
like
use
the, like
they
the
use the
orange.
jumpsuit. Yeah, they use orange
Well,
jumpsuits
gray,
in the
blue,
showboat.
green.
They use orange jumpsuits
I think they
in
still
the
wear the
showboat,
stripes in
but I think they
Newton.
still use stripes.
Really?
in Newton.
I think so.
I think it's green and white stripes.
That is crazy. I didn't even know they did the stripes anymore.
Mhm.
That is insane.
That'd be an awesome new Jack Life profile pic.
I have a
I
friend
don't
who
know
mother
if the
would kill
local
you.
jail will let
I
us
have
do a
a-
challenge in it.
I have a friend who is currently incarcerated, and I sent word to him like I want one of those suits as those shirts as county jail.
Can you sneak me out one, bro? You know what? Let's talk about the rumor that's going around for a new game.
Okay,
Because I'm actually thoroughly excited.
is it
about
Left 4 Dead 3?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I know you're praying. I know you're wishing. I know.
They
You're
I
They're
don't
releasing
play a lot of
Skyrim?
I don't play a lot of the new games. especially the ones that you have to get like involved in. Like they have your own world.
Because he doesn't care about storyline. He's the kind
No,
of
I
player
like
that,
storyline, but I
that
don't
skips the tutorial and then goes,
No.
"What the fuck's going on?"
No, I like storyline. I like games with story, but I'm talking about games that take you years to play through. That's constantly-
Nobody plays.
Wait, can I make my guess? Is it Skyrim for the Apple Watch now?
Yes, it is. How'd you know? No, it is not. It is not. So Microsoft has very few games that I actually give a flying.
Wait. What are you
Look
going
about-
to remember? What are you going to remember, Ron? Post that down there. I lost you.
I don't know. I'm a good remember.
I'm going to remember that now.
I'm a happy. He said, "I'm a."
He says, "I'm gonna remember that." What are you gonna remember? But anyway, while he's typing that, you talk.
Anyway, so Microsoft doesn't have a lot of games that I actually give a crap about. This one is kind of one that's got a place in my heart. Now, like I said in the past, I had played Xbox before.
No, the green and white. Green
It's green and white stripes now.
Yeah.
Chain and ball on his foot.
Easier to see with a flashlight. It's like, there he is. Shoot him.
So is orange.
Shoot him.
Shoot him.
Anyway,
So Kevin Smith said he saw a pic of Scarlett Johansson with red hair. So they're in production on the Black Widow movie. Well, yeah, I figured that was coming soon.
Yeah, we all knew that was
Yeah.
coming. That
Yep.
that was a good giveaway. As a matter of fact, I think they'd already announced that they were planning on doing that. so.
giveaway.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a dead rumor that was already going around for a while now. Anyway, so Microsoft, there is a rumor. Now, I want to be 100% clear. This
Sure
is a
that's clear
Reddit
enough?
rumor.
Are you sure that's clear enough?
No. I want to make sure that legally we are not liable in any way, shape, or form. There is a rumor that is going around, and it's from Reddit. That gives it a 50-50 shot.
Rumor alert.
Yeah, rumor alert, 100%. Now, the game that supposedly is possibly going to come out at this E3, if not this one, the next one is Fable 4.
Okay.
Really?
I love the Fable series. I didn't like the very last game they put out where it was like the Xbox Connect stupid thing, and that was dumb. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. And 3 was kind of it was lackluster. But 1 and 2, my God, that was by far one of the greatest stories I think I'd ever been put out in a video game, at least at that time period. For me, I thought it was amazing. But there's also some things that A, they're getting rid of the guns. B, it does not
Boo.
take place in Albion.
Boo.
No, the guns I'm so glad they're getting rid of. It was absolutely
Okay,
terrible.
yeah,
that was the
that-
one from 3. And they added the pistol.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't work. It just did not work with it. But they're getting rid of, you're not on Albion. Apparently, this is another universe kind of thing. So time travel and blah is all connected. It's supposedly interesting. Now, there's a little story that is out, or a little clip that is out there that supposedly shows all this. Some of the artwork is a little
Supposedly?
bit this is all supposedly.
Supposedly.
I haven't seen the film. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. Apparently, it got wiped away very quickly. Like super quickly. As like it came out that day and then a day later it was gone. Like internet wiped kind of situation. Like nobody had a copy of it kind of thing. Like it was just gone. Now, that does leave, because I'm sorry, you put it on the internet, it's never truly away. So somebody's got to have this thing. That is really cool.
No,
I
just
don't
wait.
think he saw the first part.
Anyway,
Yeah.
marketing. That's how it's done properly. Anyway, where was I? Where did I go with this? Alex.
Sorry, I was reading the
Where did I stop at when he completely threw me off?
squirrel.
Literally, I had an ADD moment and my mind has been wiped. We talked about the guns, we talked about time travel. Oh yeah, some of the things are kind of different. There's a clip that's actually out there, supposedly, and there's a meteorite involved. It's supposed to be headed towards Earth, and you got to stop it. Now, there is a new function that supposedly is being added that has actually really got my attention, and that is you're going to be able to build a town, not a house, not a shop, a town. Now, some speculation has been passed around that it's going to be a lot like Fallout 4. You're going to be able to create the town, set it up, and villagers will appear, travelers will show up, businesses will be started. What's up?
Reading the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I ever even played Final Fantasy 12.
Really?
I stopped at 10-2.
I stopped somewhere around 7 or 9.
No, you played 10.
When did I play 10?
You played it with me on PlayStation 2.
Huh. It's been a while.
Yeah. But I stopped around 10-2.
12 was all right.
I don't know. I kind of moved
alright.
away from the turn-based games.
I've been
and-
playing.
That's one of those
playing
things
15.
that I don't like. I don't like this long, drawn-out turn-based games.
I like 15. 15 was pretty good that I have played thus far until my controller broke and now I can't play it. I really miss video games. I haven't played in 3 weeks.
Poor Kyle. He's ready to smash through a wall.
Actually, I had
So, Kyle doesn't have a controller. We have a Patreon link.
help a poor gamer out. No, I don't know. I'm actually thoroughly excited. If this actually happens, and like I said, an internet wipe, that kind of seems really weird. It's like almost
I think it might have been a leak from E3, and they were like, "No."
well,
no,
every
no."
time it only shows up on Reddit. First off, supposedly it only shows up on Reddit thus far that we've seen. Now, keep in mind that this leak has only been going around for like 2 days. So if things start popping up here soon, I think most people kind of quit worrying about it because there is a dot supposedly, according to some people, about this big that is in the center of the screen. And the very center of the screen, as if like it was I don't know what you would call it, like damn it, Kyle, come on. Like a sticker almost, like it's
Hey, it
trying to
worked.
cover. Like it's
a
trying to
placeholder?
huh?
Like a placeholder?
Not a placeholder, but like a watermark.
Oh,
Like a watermark. Like it's trying to say, okay, this is not ready to be out yet, but somehow it got out. Now, from what they can tell, it looks like they showed some of the character creation. It gave a little hint in the storyline. They said words did pop up on the screen, but they couldn't read it. Like they would get words like the and is and that tells you absolutely nothing. But then they show a picture of a meteorite and it's pointed towards the world. And
Oops.
it's very confusing. They said they wish they could understand more and had more stuff to tell you. And then they show the city builder for a little bit, but no actual gameplay. It's mostly cinematic stuff that they show when it comes to moving of the characters and things like that. So it sounds like they were working on a trailer. They're not even close to being done with the game. Now, there was a rumor that was going around back in 2017 that this game might actually happen, and now we have this pop up. I don't know, man.
Hey, we finally got Tommy.
Tommy, where have you been?
I is here for now.
Anyway.
I don't know. Let's wait and see.
right
how it
there at the
goes.
tail
What we
end
were
of the
talking
show.
about earlier today, Tommy, that's what I'm talking about right now. So you showed up just in time. But no, I mean, to me, it sounds like strongly towards a
D&D.
hoax. Huh?
He said D&D.
No. The rumor that was going around on Reddit, that one. But anyway, the thing is that to me, it's a 50-50 shot.
Hey, we'll know come Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, though. Everybody is claiming either way it'll be this E3 or the next E3 that trailer will actually be released. It looks like somebody created a trailer to be shown for E3, like a little display, and then they'll do talking about everything.
Right. Okay.
That is a plausibility, and to me, if they do add even half of what they assume is what's going on with the story, like I said, there's a big circle in the center of the screen, so that kind of kills most of it.
Yes,
They
it
can only
was.
tell so much.
It absolutely was.
To me, it y'all keep throwing me off when y'all are talking to chat right mid-story. To me, I think this could be an actual real game, because I mean, they left 3 in a very weird state. They tried to revamp it using the Kinect, which was horrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. It was a wagon game that was.
What about dysentery?
Yeah.
Kyle has died of dysentery.
I actually have on Oregon Trail.
That's what we're talking about. I need to get that one on some Oregon Trail.
I wish they would revamp that to a more modern.
No.
Why?
Keep it original.
No, man. I've loved. Somebody did do a joking version, but it takes place in the a zombie universe, and you're
Ooh.
trying to get to Canada.
Ooh.
because it's cold up there and they can't survive or something like that,
Right.
and the cold. So you're trying to get to Canada along this crazy road trip, and you pick up people along the way. You can pick up Sailor Moon apparently in the game. It's really weird. It's really funny though too. So I don't know. It kind of seems like they're referencing nostalgia with the Oregon Trail,
Yeah.
adding a zombie theme, and then making fun of everything.
Okay.
Like
That actually sounds pretty funny.
they even left in the dysentery thing. You can die of dysentery in the game. They left it in there just to make it fun.
So you ready for the B
Kyle
words?
drank pond water. He died of dysentery.
Which
Are
one?
you ready for the B words?
Oh God, people have waited long enough, I guess. Which one are we hitting? Bethesda or Blizzard?
Which is worse?
Bethesda.
Let's do that one last.
Okay, so let's go with Blizzard.
So what did Blizzard do now?
So Blizzard decided to get rid of a top secret game that nobody really asked for, that nobody's really upset that's gone. But then again, now that
Nobody
people
really
are
knows
thinking,
what it is.
here's the thing though, if they wouldn't have mentioned it, nobody
Yeah.
would be mad. This is the problem
So
though.
what was the secret game?
Apparently they were making a StarCraft first-person shooter that would have been
Oh,
like
wow.
Call of Duty.
Oh, I could have got behind that.
So like you get the big suits of armor, you run around, you kill people throughout the bases and yada 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 yada. So they completely canceled that for Diablo 4, which we all expected, especially after the phone comment, completely destroyed the marketing of last season.
You
And
don't have a phone?
you don't have a phone? Oh no. And then the other one is one that, again, nobody asked for, but we're getting it anyway, is Overwatch 2. I don't
Okay.
understand the Overwatch 2 thing. But don't get me wrong, I'm an Overwatch fan. I enjoyed it when it first came out. It was a lot of fun. Then they started nerfing it. They added politics to it, and then I just quit caring. But when they first brought it out, it was a pretty damn good game. Good story, good good gameplay, good
The
match.
chat
No,
room, no.
both. God, please, no.
please.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They got rid of what could have possibly been a real cool game, which, by the way, they halfway made.
Yeah.
They waited till halfway finishing the game, and they were like, why?
That
Meh.
means the story would have been done and they were strictly scripting the game if they were halfway.
Yeah. Literally, according to sources, they were halfway done.
Nothing that these companies do makes sense.
Yep.
Maybe
damn it,
I'm not
Blizzard.
as smart as I think
It's
I
Blizzard.
am,
It's Blizzard.
but from Warner Brothers on down to Blizzard, maybe I'm not that smart. But it seems like none of the decisions they make are making any kind
Why
of
not get
rational
rid of the?
sense.
And I know Rico's going to be mad at me because he's a hardcore Overwatch fan. But why don't they just get rid of Overwatch 2 and pick up this StarCraft game?
StarCraft
There's a
is the
huge
bomb.
fan base in StarCraft. People have been wanting another StarCraft game. This has been yelled out for years. I've
Since the
seen the
last one.
fanboys. I'm not one. Don't get me wrong. I like them. They're okay. It's just not my thing. But I've seen the fandom of it. People actually care about this. And then you create a first-person shooter.
Well, that'd be Epic doing that one, but yeah.
At least it isn't Fortnite 2.
Actually, I think that's being worked on. Anyway.
What?
I didn't mean to say that out loud, actually. And I was,
Hey, we
I
got
was,
a
I was
resident Fortnite killer right there.
I was gonna leave that quiet until I had a for sure thing, but there was a rumor that was being passed around in Fortnite too. I don't know how true it is. It's got to be a lie. I thoroughly think it's
Wait,
a lie.
no, it keeps the kids away from the real games.
Well,
Keep it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Fortnite right now is by far one of the higher up games. You can't deny that. It is by far one of the best selling
Well,
games.
of course, it's the best babysitter out there.
Yeah. Well, it's free and
Yeah. Here you go, son.
and
play
everybody
Fortnite.
everybody
I'm
can
gonna go play
download
some
it.
Battlefield.
But the thing is, if they
Yes, I'm picking at your generation. You can give me that kill smile all you want.
I don't understand why make an Overwatch 2. I don't. Add more
God.
maps, add more characters, and be done with it. That makes no sense to me. Wait, what? Shut up, Kyle.
Why?
I'm sorry, bro. I really am. I am thoroughly sorry. I'm assuming you're a StarCraft fan. If you are, let me know because I am thoroughly curious about that because I got into Red Alert. I loved Red Alert. That was more my thing.
Ain't that the truth? Give them a story.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the story is out there. It is out there. There's the comic books that you can read, which I have read them. They're really good. Go check them out. And then they have the videos that get released all the time on YouTube telling more of the backstory. So there is story. It's just not into the game. Why they did that is beyond me. I think they should have put it in the freaking game, but that's just me. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not really necessary.
Playable story.
Now, a playable story would be interesting, and they do have actual content that they pop up all the time, a playable story that does explain the backlog of how they came to be, but it doesn't really give all the details of why. 100%. So it's kind of one of those games. They keep you hungering for more out of
That's why
curiosity.
I'll stick with like the Division 2 all of a sudden, you know. There's actually story.
I don't understand why they thought StarCraft fans have been screaming for a new StarCraft game. Let's start working on it. You know what? Let's scrap that and create a game that nobody asked for. And Diablo 4.
Actually, I gotta agree with Tommy on that one. Have y'all seen the trailer for Minecraft Dungeons?
No.
It actually looks like it's gonna be good. Minecraft with a story mode.
Red Alert was awesome. Yeah. Diablo style
camera, smack them up.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
speaking
I
of
can go-
Minecraft, it finally did it. It beat Tetris.
Really?
It has beaten Tetris.
You have
You need to tell your mom that.
you have 3 things in your vocabulary.
Mhm.
VRV, Switch, and
Tetris,
Minecraft.
or Minecraft.
That's it. That's
Hey,
it.
I'm simple.
And Batman. I forget Batman. I'm
Batman.
sorry,
Batman.
Batman.
Poor thing.
Someone said Batman. What did I miss?
It's like those 4 things. That's all he cares about. The rest of the world can go burn. He doesn't care.
Weightlifting, guns, cop shit, RetroPie.
Everything else.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. I love those things too, but I love them equally, just like
Well,
I give a
yeah.
crap about
You don't love
everything.
cop shit as much as I do. I actually do it.
I
for
enjoy it.
fun.
I wanted to be a cop
Well,
for years.
I'm also into cutting edge tech. You know, I've been talking about Ryzen and their new 7-nanometer processor that they're putting in the graphics card that's about to release.
Have
It's
you
gonna
seen the
start video.
Have you seen the wallpaper TV?
Wallpaper TV?
See,
Nintendo,
The real
VRV, Words, Batman, Switch.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically.
Well, and AMD. Y'all know I'm all into AMD lately.
Yeah, I've always liked AMD.
Mostly because right now they're about to thoroughly stomp Intel. But you know,
Again,
oh no, this is a full-on stomp.
This is a.
Jamie, the new graphics card
Yeah.
will be competitive with the 2070 and 2080. They're 2 big new ones.
as long as it's a lower price.
About half the price.
Oh well, yeah, that's a good,
$500 for the big one.
that's a good little ass stomping.
Yeah, compared to 800.
Okay, can we get back to the story?
Wait, there was a story? I thought
Yeah,
you were
there
done with
was.
it.
There
There's one
was.
more story.
I
and we
mean,
got to go.
Look, Diablo 4, everybody asked for, everybody wanted. That's what we originally thought we were getting last year, and instead we got. Don't you have a cell phone? By the way, I loved raking those guys over the coals. I even got their names down so that way I could put it on the
And keep
show.
up with us during the week because I might actually be videoing while that's going on.
Yeah, so E3 may be on this channel.
So
Who knows?
while we're talking about that, if you're going to do E3 coverage during the week, do you want to hold off on doing this next week?
Let's see how things go. Because we might be able to do a good wrap-up video at the end of the week.
Okay.
Honestly, that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
because it would be the perfect time for us to have a video. Why would we throw it out the door?
Yeah.
Literally, this is our bread and butter.
Well, I know, but
Short of Comic-Con, this is the next best
Yeah.
thing, you
Yep.
know? I mean,
so I'm going to be dressed as Wolverine for Comic-Con. I got the costume.
are you going to wear it for the show?
No.
Why?
Oh, well, hell.
Why not?
Why?
Why? We are a geek show. That makes sense.
Okay, E3 for right now, they're doing like their game area. Like, come in and play these games. But the actual E3 press conference is Tuesday through Thursday.
Right.
Mostly afternoons, evenings, which was great for me.
Actually,
Okay.
Lindsay Sterling is supposed to be there today.
Sweet.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter
Today
this
and
morning.
tomorrow is essentially like pre-game show. It's
Pretty
like,
much, yeah. Everybody goes and hangs out and visits with each other and so forth. It's not that great.
yeah,
But we do start seeing little hints
yeah.
of plausibility that can happen. So keep an eye on things like Twitter and Facebook and things like that because little smidgens of things are going to start
Oh, yeah.
sliding around. And then when you see it Tuesday, that's when the big stuff really starts to drop and it starts to get really interesting. So I'm pretty excited for Tuesday to actually start up because I want to know what's going on. There's a lot of things that I have questions about. I don't understand why PlayStation didn't go.
You know, I'm not sure. Where is it being held this year?
PlayStation
PS5.
decided they were just not going to go.
They're holding out for PS5. They're waiting to get all the bugs out.
What I'm excited for is they've been dropping hints at the new Elder Scrolls game coming out sooner rather than later. Speaking of which, do you want to go ahead and go into the Bethesda segment before I talk them up too much? You
We
want to
need to
hammer
wrap
them
it
down?
up. We need to wrap it up here pretty quick.
All right.
We're looking at 2 hours already.
Jesus. All right. I still
Wait,
have.
where is E3 being held this year? Before we start?
Let me see. It is.
Give me a second.
It is.
I read that earlier yesterday, I think, and I cannot remember to save my flipping soul.
L.A.
Yeah.
Louisiana or Los Angeles?
Los Angeles.
Okay. That's the abbreviation for Louisiana is LA.
I understand that, but wouldn't we live near you?
LACA.
Why in the world would we say, "Oh, L.A."? We live in Mississippi. It's literally next freaking door.
The words he's
There
reading.
is, I know, but there is no Southerner in the world who's going to use that abbreviation. They're just going to look at you and go, Louisiana.
Yeah. Where you
I'm
going?
talking about the words
Louisiana?
he's reading on the screen.
Oh, he couldn't read them that well.
No. Oh, God. Never mind. Continue.
I'm loving watching James go in circles. Anyway.
Going in circles and do your thing.
Anyway, so Bethesda's back in the news, and they're making promises they can't keep.
I don't know. I think they might be able to keep this with the time frame he's given.
What are they doing now?
Shit. I don't know why I did that. I just felt like it. I'm sorry, but this is by far one of the stupidest things. So let me explain.
Wait, is this about the bags again?
No.
No.
I think everybody's finally getting their freaking bags, though.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actual canvas bags.
See, I actually
But
read something about this. It was, I think the title was Fallout 76 people are finally going to get their damn bags. And I'm like, well, that's a way to call it out.
I mean,
No,
it
this
is what
has
it
to do
is.
with the 200 alternate
By the way,
endings.
this is not our story. This is just another damn thing that Bethesda's doing. There were 3 things that actually popped up with Bethesda in it, and I couldn't pick one, and I finally found the best one. But go ahead with about the damn canvas bags.
No clue other than that. It wouldn't tell me anything else.
So that's it. It's just they're finally going to release it. Well, they also finally had where
after sending people some cheap bags to start with,
what's his
leaking
name?
all their
What's
data.
his name? Todd
Howard?
Todd Howard
I think.
finally admitted that
People
Fallout 76 was a piece of shit.
Look, I'm just saying, people named Todd are generally assholes.
I know, my stepdad was. Anyway, sorry, Mom. She was.
Okay, someone's asking what. Okay. So the part I'm talking about, when Fallout 76 released, it was supposed to, the collector's edition was supposed to come with this nice canvas bag. They got these cheap, crappy vinyl ones, and people went like.
According to some
nerd rage.
people, it was just a hair above a plastic bag.
Yeah, I've actually heard it compared to a garbage bag with
Yeah.
a zipper.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what they gave it.
And so they opened a thing where you could go on, log your information, where you bought it, give them your credit card information,
And then they turned
And
around
then made it public.
and then turned around and made the credit card information public, where you live, your parents' maiden names, your social security, a whole bunch of other
The
crap.
size of your member.
yeah, it's like
That probably was in there too.
Yeah.
I mean,
essentially stuff you find on like the dark web and pay people to get. They were giving away free.
now keep in mind when these stories were first coming out, we raked Bethesda over the freaking coals, and I'm here to do it
And
again.
here's again.
So
what
we've
did they
got
do
the
this
bags
time?
finally coming out. They finally admit that 76 was a piece of crap. And then the last thing, the big thing that I really wanted to talk about is he's making promises he can't keep. Now, in an interview, which I cannot remember who he was talking to, IGN is the one that picked it up, but that's not originally who he was talking to. It's a weird story, so I don't know where this clip came
Let's
from.
hear this weird story.
Well, apparently in the phone, they were talking to him because I remember when he made the original announcement last year at E3, he actually said that this game is going to have multiple endings. Not uncommon for Bethesda. We have always known this. If you played any of their games in the past, you've seen it before.
Yeah.
Well, he promised that this time it would be 12. 12 endings. That sounds reasonable. They're changing the engine to a brand new, up-to-date engine. Finally, it took them long enough. and you know, they're gonna try to do this within the next 10 years. Is the idea. So he gets interviewed again recently. Now keep in mind, all the information that I just stated was from last year. Recently, though, he got on the phone and was talking to an interviewer, and they said, "How are the 12 endings going?" you were talking last year about 12 endings. How are they going? Can we get an update on the process?
Which game, just to clarify?
This is Elder Scrolls. So Elder Scrolls 6 that is recently coming out. And he was talking about there's going to be 12 endings in the game. You're going to be able to play it for years. It's going to be like Skyrim all over again. It's going to be amazing. But
huge.
yeah, it's going to be a big deal is the way he made it
release
sound.
on every single console ever made again?
As far as I know, I think that's his goal. So that
I'm waiting for
keep
the
all this
16-bit
information in mind. Now, when the interviewer asked him about the 12 thing, he said, "Oh, we surpassed that." He said, "Really? How did you surpass it?" He said, "We're probably up to 200 and something." I don't remember the last number, but he said 200 plus, basically.
But didn't he give a window for like 10 years?
He said a window of 10 years. I'm sorry. I really am. Now, I can't remember.
I thought the one I read said it will be playable and relevant for 10 years.
It will be playable and relevant for 10 years, but he's also saying that it's also going to take that long to create.
Jesus.
So he's got that. Fine. Okay. If that's what the time it's going to take you to learn everything about this new engine, whatever. We'll hear about it when we hear about it. Quite frankly, I think he just gave him that timeline so that way he can never be overdate. I really think that's why he did that. And nothing more than that, because in 10 years, nobody's going to really care anyway. But yeah, he's basically saying that they're going to be 200 plus endings in this interview. Are you insane? I'm sorry. But if you cut that 200 plus down in half, we'll take 100, dude, and cut the timeline down so that way we can have it in the next freaking few years. I'm totally cool with it. I don't think many other people are going to mind. Didn't Skyrim have somewhere in the vicinity of 6 to 7 endings? If I'm not mistaken, it was...
Are you counting DLC or just the base game?
Even DLC, fine. Let's throw that in there because it wasn't that many.
Normally left with 2 options come the end of it. Like the main story, you were either part of the... Shit, where's my brother when I need him in his photographic memory? You were either Imperial or you were...
Rebel?
Yeah, Rebel, basically.
Essentially,
Rebel
yeah.
scum.
Then you had your DLC for...
That's 3.
Then you had your other one of your DLCs. You had 2 where you were either vampire side or werewolf side.
So that's 4.
You had a single ending for the Solstein DLC.
That's 5.
Then you had your, then you could technically call your quest mission things. That was...
So let's just say 5 to 7 for safety reasons, in case there's some we did forget.
Yeah.
So let's say that's the vicinity. And he decided to half that. I was fine with 12. I don't need 200 and something endings. I'm not going to be playing that much. Quite frankly, if I finish it the first time, I'm not really going to be interested to go back and play it. There's very few games I actually do that with.
That's right. Technically, that wasn't the ending. That was another arc thing. Because, yeah, the thing with the dragons was technically one for the main story.
Okay, well...
But you did have your stuff you could choose sides on and do it different.
It wasn't that many freaking endings in the first place. And he was already saying 12. To me, I thought that was impressive. I thought, hell yeah, 12 endings. If I don't like my ending, I can go back and play it over again. That makes it fun. That's fine with me. I have no problem with that. If the game is good and the story is good, I'll play it again just to see if there's a different ending. It's kind of like reading a book over again. That's fine with me. Why do I need 200 plus endings? There's no game out there that has 200. And that's what he was stating. I can't tell if he was just joking. Maybe he was. There's a plausibility. But I've never known him to be really much of a joker, especially when it comes to an interview, your company's kind of at stake here. I don't know what to think with this guy. He's just kind of all over the freaking place.
Really? I just beat the whole game like the other day.
Really?
But this is after
yeah, but you know what to do.
Updates, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what to do.
I've only played it through a lot.
He brings up something interesting. He doesn't believe that it's going to be that many endings without it being a broken pile of crap.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though. Everybody was stating about how great of a game it was, and even Todd Howard said, "Yeah, it's been 8 years since Skyrim came out, and people are still buying it." I'm sorry, I really am, and I know you're a huge Skyrim fan. So am I. I loved Skyrim; it was really good. The Elder Scrolls series is really good.
I'm guessing in the next year or 2 it will release.
The first 4 years of the game coming out was great. Don't get me wrong; it was well worth
No, I'm
playing.
saying the new one. Skyrim's not Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
I firmly believe it's going to release in the next 2 years.
I do too.
Mostly because they've already started mapping out the characters.
And they've already started working on the map.
Yeah. I mean, once you get to that point, most everything else is normally in place.
Yeah, you just got to create the quests and who does what, when, where, and why.
I mean, they even had Miss Shirley Curry
Shirley
doing
Curley.
her facial recognition.
Yeah, finish the game before Shirley goes. Okay, this woman is really old, and I'm pretty sure she would love
I
to
want
play
to see this old woman
Thank
getting
you.
her first dungeon going, okay, sweetie, I'm going to have to kill you now.
I can live without playing it as soon as it releases, as long as I get to see Shirley play it.
Yep.
To me, that would just make it for me if she can find herself in the world.
Yes,
That would-
Skyrim was actually really broke when it first came out.
Yeah, and well, so are all Bethesda games. They're pretty much well known for that another piece of broken crap is going to come out there. And this is the messed up part, that they actually, modders are usually the ones that end up fixing it. And then they take that, they'll give you scrap money for basically the use of the code, and then they throw it into the game.
Yep.
So basically, we have to fix our own game in the end. That's pretty much what it boils down to. They just give us a story arc and leave it alone. It's really retarded. I don't know. I think Bethesda is just out of their flipping mind. They're making promises they can't keep. We know what they're going to give us, and a timeline that is absolutely insane. What are these entertainment companies turning into? I don't know what to think anymore.
Don't you miss the old days when you bought a game out the box? It was all there and it worked great.
Yeah.
No DLCs, no, oh, well, here's half of the game.
Superman 64. I'm
That
just
was a
saying.
horrible game.
I'm just saying, yeah, not every game released back in was perfect, but at least
There's
you got the
only
whole
one.
game.
There's only one good Superman video game out there, and it was a coin op.
Yep.
It was a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Dude, I've got it for PC. It's amazing on PC, and the mods are hilarious.
Yeah, there's actually
I'm just saying,
some
when
really
you have
funny
Thomas
mods.
the freaking train engine charging at you, drawing at you,
It's breathing fire.
it really makes you think, should I have really bothered with this mod? Because this is
the first freaking
this
place.
is as amusing as it is horrifying.
Oh, and they've got some really dirty ones too. It's like, who sat around and thought of this stuff?
No, there's no dirty mods on Skyrim.
Yes, there is.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I do. Anyway, I accidentally bumped into it, and I was not happy.
Boredom is a hell of a thing.
It really is. When you're digging for stories, you end up in places of YouTube you're not proud of.
Did you bump into it?
Yeah, I really
Bump
did.
into it.
And
Bump
then I
into it a
watched
lot.
it. I watched it out of curiosity just because the title grabbed me, and then I regretted my whole decision immediately. But anyway, do we do the last story, or we just go ahead and cut it? And it's not. I
Well,
do.
we're pushing 2 hours.
What was the
All right,
last
let
one,
me
kinda?
touch on this because it really doesn't have to do anything with pop culture, but it really has to do with YouTube. And I really want to hit on this. So the Vox ad apocalypse.
Oof.
This, I'm trying to find the best way to word it so that way we don't end up getting demonetized by YouTube or anything else. Vox is mad
That looks familiar.
at Steven Crowder over a t-shirt and a handful of videos where Crowder rebutted Vox's videos. Now keep in mind, Crowder is a comedian. He makes fun of
Everyone.
everybody. I mean, I saw
He's
him
like a walking, talking South Park joke.
pretty
pretty
much,
much.
yeah, that's Crowder. And
I mean, I honestly expect if one of us ever wound up on his show, we would be thoroughly made fun of.
Oh, I want to go on Joe Rogan.
Because, you know, I'm fat, you're dumb, he's old.
I wouldn't mind being on Crowder's show. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's where it's at. That's what I want to be on.
I will if Alex Jones is there. I'm totally down.
I want to be on Joe Rogan with Eddie Bravo and Alex Jones.
Anyway, so
And I don't smoke pot, so I'm going to have like a little mask over my face because they're going to be smoking all the pot.
moving on. So this has caused Vox to somehow get a hold of sponsorships and have them recall their sponsors, meaning that ad revenue has gone to a trickle at this point for YouTube, making it real difficult for people like us who are still in our starting stages. Usually the first 3 years of a YouTuber, this is what it looks like. There's not much to it. Usually somewhere in the mid 3-year range, they really start to gain traction because they've had enough time to grow a fan base. It makes it extremely difficult for us to grow. And this is all because of YouTube doesn't understand, and I said this in the tweet, and I guess I'm gonna have to say it here because this is the only way I can think to explain it. They don't understand freedom of speech. I mean, clearly that's what this is. Crowder's made fun of him. Yeah, okay, fine. It was a joke. All of it was a joke. I've seen the episodes. I actually went back and watched them just out of curiosity to see if maybe there was something I was just overlooking. No.
And I'll bet Rico's right there with you.
Yep. Even Rico said it was retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, he said it was retarded. He's like, this is dumb. I don't understand what people are mad about. Now, keep in mind, for those that don't know, Rico is a gay black man. And
Who's living with him? Go figure.
Living in the South.
Yeah, and he even went, I don't understand what this queen's upset about. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's a joke. Now, YouTube did side with Crowder and clearly stating that he
Thanks,
did
by the
not
way.
push over the guidelines, even though that Carlos Maza, which is the guy from Vox who was very upset, was stating that he broke guidelines with hate speech and yada, yada, yada. They went through all of his videos. And Bill Richmond, his lawyer, half Asian lawyer, who is a part of Crowder, which is what we were talking about earlier, him, has been in contact with YouTube. YouTube said that he did not break any guidelines, and yet they have decided to demonetize him.
Well, at first they released their whole big tweet saying he did not break any guidelines, and then they suddenly reposted a guidelines link and said, oh, by the way, we have demonetized him. Then they turned around and demonetized a bunch of other YouTubers.
Yeah, and one of them is one that both you and me are also following.
Hey, I'll go ahead and say it out loud. Sinatra says.
Sinatra, dude, I'm sorry for what
No
happened
bullshit.
to you. Sinatra says, if you actually see this, man, I
And the
hope
thing I
you get
like
everything
about
cleared
his
up.
is his are fairly non-biased. I mean, he's not actually making a lot of fun at people. He's like, really, this
He has his videos, but it's very rare and in between.
once every few days.
I don't know. I'm talking about the videos of him actually making fun of somebody. It's very
Yeah.
rare and in between. Usually, it's very informative. Nothing more.
But I think last I looked, the list is like over the 30 or 50 mark now.
yeah, something like that, and it keeps growing all the freaking time. I don't understand. Now, I know you're not gonna be a billionaire off of YouTube, even though some of the YouTubers you see now are darn near
Pretty
getting
well
close. They've got money, and they're
Here's one
not
for you.
afraid to show it.
Have y'all ever wondered what the normal revenue back is on YouTube?
Mm-mm.
I have been digging and digging for months to find this out.
Really,
1 to 1,000
per video.
per view. $1 for every 1,000 views.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
But you take in mind some of these guys that,
PewDiePie, oh my god, the money he is making.
hell, just someone like Mumbo Jumbo. Yes, I'm mentioning Minecraft again, who I think just hit 3 million subs. His average video is going to have 40, 50,000 views at minimum. A few 100,000. You know, that, I think one of his video, no, it was shit, Kyle, your brain
I told
bleeding
you.
is infectious.
It's-
Linus Tech Tips. Average video is roughly 1 million views. So that's $1,000 for that episode, give or take.
Literally putting out one simple video that's probably what 30 minutes long, if that.
10, 15.
And he's making $1,000.
Well, like I
I'll
said,
make a
that's
15-minute
average.
video for $1,000.
But, you know, keep in mind, that's someone that's got millions upon millions of subs and has a whole studio to run.
Right.
Yeah, poor guy is probably out of his flipping mind, and then he's got to stop and shoot a 15-minute video in the midst of running a company.
Hey, he took a vacation a month ago. That was a miracle. He's a workaholic.
Yeah, he really is. He's been going for a while now.
Eh.
But anyway, I mean, I don't understand why YouTube is allowing this to happen. They have decided to side with one or the
and
other.
by the way, thanks for mentioning that, Tommy. We have hit 73 subs.
Yes, we actually have. Speaking of which, thank you guys.
Yeah, a lot.
Like, freaking seriously, that I don't know about these two, but I didn't think our first year we would hit 100, and now it's kind of looking like
we might.
we actually might do that. That's insane. Because I was watching an interview the other day of, I think it was Mr. Beast. He did an interview about 2 months ago, and he was talking about the first 3 years of YouTube, which is well known to be the one that is just dead. It doesn't feel like anything. He said for the first 2 years, it was somewhere in the vicinity of having...
Hold on, Tommy. We're wrapping it up now.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is our big thank you at the end.
Yeah, big thank you. He was saying that he had like 50 followers for like 2 years.
Damn.
50 followers for 2 years, and we surpassed that. Now, keep in mind, Mr. Beast just hit the 20 million mark, I think.
40. I
40
thought.
million.
No, it was 20. What was it? 40? I don't know. He's up there. He's really up there. I mean, he's got a hell of a subscriber list. So for us to be able to hit 100, damn,
It's gonna be amazing.
that's going to be insane. And I'm shooting.
And the beautiful part is, once we hit that 100, we'll officially have a URL,
yeah.
so we can actually send y'all stuff.
Let's see. I want to make it to 1,000. That's my goal. If I can live with having 1,000 subs. I can perfectly live with that.
I do have a project in the work for when we hit 100, but I'm not saying what it is yet.
Really? You got something
I've got something
sneaky
in the
that you
works.
haven't talked to
I
us
got
about?
something in the works for
I
100.
like this. I like this. It's going to be interesting. So anyway,
Yeah, see, glad you stuck around now. Because when we hit 100, I do have a little something that I've been working on.
yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I mean, the whole YouTube thing that really bothers me with all of this, and I'm going to do a quick little outro with it. YouTube has got to make a decision here. Stop catering to every single person that whines to appease every single individual and just say, hey, we're not a part of it. If he has slandered you, call a lawyer. Or you're going to end up going in circles like this, and you're going to start losing money. And
Or just quit getting your dick in a knot about every little thing.
well, it's not even them. They're just
Yeah, actually,
appeasing
Super
to-
Chat is 1,000. We're still away from Super
yeah,
Chat.
that's why I said I want to make it to 1,000. I think Super Chat would be really cool for you guys. It would be cool to have you guys pop up on screen, you know? That would be really awesome. Anyway,
Tell you what, Tommy, if you're the one that spreads us around and gets us up to 100, we'll have you here for
actually, I wouldn't
our
mind
100
having,
sub episode.
I really wouldn't mind having Tommy on the show. At
That would be
least
cool.
one episode. Tommy, if you're up for it, dude, let me know. You
Yep.
got my number. You know how to get a hold of me.
And I've got an extra mic, so
yeah, so we can
See,
definitely
look, there's an empty spot on this board.
yeah,
We can have another person.
We can definitely make that a thing. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We appreciate you guys joining us for this Sunday. Please go check out our Twitters. James,
Right there.
you can go check out our individual Twitters, or you can go check out our our actual Twitter for the whole company. We would love to have you guys there. Please
And-
follow and let us know. And if you find any stories that you would like us to talk about, please send them to us. We'd love to hear from you on that.
And hopefully Tuesday through Thursday, I will be covering E3.
Hopefully, we'll see how that goes.
I'm not worried about the Sunday, Monday stuff because, yes, they do drop little hints, but they're not the big panels.
Yeah,
We're
nobody
looking
really
more
cares.
at the big panels.
We're looking for the good games. Anyway, yeah, go check out our Patreon. Am I forgetting anything? Facebook. Anyway, yeah,
think
go
you
check
got
out our Patreon, by the way. We need bacon.
We need
What?
meat for the sandwiches.
We need meat for the sandwiches. We need bacon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm Kyle the Irishman Morrow.
Alex Fatman Gregory.
James Papa Fuzzy Leach.
And together we are JAK. We appreciate having you guys here. And we will talk to you guys possibly next Friday.
Hopefully this next
Hopefully.
Friday we'll be going back to normal.
Keep an eye on our Twitter. We'll let you know. Talk
Don't
to you
forget-
guys. Oh, yeah. Please don't forget to
Like,
Share.
subscribe. See you guys. Hopefully Friday, maybe Sunday. We'll see. I'll let you know later. Bye.
and Tuesday through Thursday, everything works out.
Bye.
Like J. Cole, it's my first time. Goddamn, man, she's so fine. She got a body and a sharp mind. Not a nine, she a straight dime. Short skirt and some hot socks. She finished up.
Yeah, we're just getting started. I know that you want it, baby. Just get on it, ready to go. We know how to party, pull out the Bacardi, feel it in my body, put on a show.
Yeah, let's go. Nah, we ain't never gonna slow down. Hot girls looking hot like a hoe down. Everybody going off in my hometown, ready for a showdown. Keep it on the low now. We about to pop off like a bottle. Everybody knows that we're going full throttle. Drinking alcohol, yeah, straight from the nozzle. End of the night, end up horizontal.
They know they want something more. They know they want something more. They've never heard us before. They've never heard us before. A sound that's hard to ignore. A sound that's hard to ignore. It's time to even the score. Everybody like we made. Everybody like we made. Rock and roll in the late. Rock and roll in the late. Getting hella crazy. Getting hella crazy. Party like we made. know that you want it, you know that I got it. So let's get up on it, I'm ready to go. When the place is knocking, I don't plan on stopping. Baby, keep on rocking, put on a show.
Let's go, yeah, we going off on a Tuesday. Gotta go all out till a new day. Turn it up so loud, what you say? Got the whole place filled out like a Zoom mate. Her parents told me not to stay out too late, but when I come to pick her up, already too late. Where we headed now? Yes, too great. Party down south, get ready for a new stage.
They know they want something more. They know they want something more. They've never heard us before. They've never heard us before. A sound that's hard to ignore. A sound that's hard to ignore. It's time to even the score. Yeah, we party like EA. Yeah, we party like EA. Rock and roll and delay. Rock and roll and delay. Yeah, we getting hella crazy. Getting hella crazy.